That was weird. I could see Dave on two screens at the same time then. That's sort of laggy. In two places at once.
Oh my god.
Looks a bit like Wolverine at the moment, doesn't he? This angle.
It looks like you've got Leanne growing out your chest.
Yeah, or just dangling from his armpit.
Like a
rice fruit. How's that?
Yeah, it's better, yeah.
Open your mind. Open your mind. Right.
Here we go.
Let's do this.
No, we don't.
Let's not do this.
Let's
do it in a moment.
Yeah.
Let's do it live. Let's do it live.
Live stream. I can't hear the music. Can anyone else hear the music?
Yes.
I can hear it.
It's just me. It's just a guy playing the music that can't hear it. That makes sense. Fuck you, Roll20. Anyway, Moxie opened her eyes and found herself in a Leanne, for fuck's sake. Can you mute your microphone while I do the...
How?
With the button on your headset. There we go. Right. Moxie opened her eyes and found herself in a strange chamber that felt like it had been grown out of something, rather than being naturally occurring space, or one shaped by hand or claw, or whatever passes for functional prehensile appendages in your particular genetic deviation. Two yellow-skinned people approached her, speaking to one another in a strange language. One of them reached inside Moxie's head, pulled out a vile little creature, just like they had with Wu. Only thing was, Moxie quite enjoyed the experience. But Fergus was not happy, and he attacked the two creatures. One of them, the male one, begged Moxie to call Fergus off, to put down Mr. Cutty Knife, saying his mate, the one whom Fergus was stabbing at with the knife, was with child. And Moxie kind of ignored this request and asked who they were and what they were doing. What's going on with Leanne's camera? She's entering the shadow dimension. Wait.
I'm gonna rave. See some trance music. Green screen.
This interdimensional communication thing is fucking preposterous. Anyway, Moxie did something. They were Gith, they said. A race enslaved by illithids or mind flayers, as some know of them to be called. Neverwinter was infested with mind flayer spawn, they said. And like the one they had pulled out of Moxie and Wu. And these people were trying to spare the city of Neverwinter the same fate that had befallen their own race when the Mind Flayers had destroyed the Gith homeworld and enslaved those who survived. A tall tale, if ever there was one. Surely. Are you mechanical elves? Asked Moxie. She seemed confused by the whole situation. But then, this was often the case with Fae. But the Gith, too, seemed confused. Mechanical elves? What nonsense is this? Eventually, they were persuaded to let Moxie go, and she reunited with the party, floating down out of a vast hole in the sky. There, Darwin saw what she floated out of, and he recognized an illithid nautilus, a sky-faring vessel. But where had he seen one of these before? He was a young lad, barely out of the crater. Hardly seen much of the worlds and realms and so on and so forth. Most peculiar. And that night, everyone had a dream. Dokal dreamed of his mother, screaming at the darkness billowing out of Castle Never, where the rest of the people of the city danced and laughed, oblivious to the oncoming danger. Voldran dreamed of a war party of Driders, horrible spider-elf hybrids preparing for a surface raid. Tabitha dreamed of her queen, Titania, who had given her a task to find a dagger in a place called Candlekeep. Moxie dreamed of the Myconid folk, home safe and sound, away from the dangers of the wider world. And Uther dreamed of an old man accompanied by 7 children. The old man spoke with another old man when he awoke. Uther was certain that this other old man had been the Platinum Dragon, Bahamut, in his guise as Fizban the Fabulous, and Wu dreamed he fought with Elia, chosen of Bahamut, the drunken tiefling with some tragic backstory that has absolutely no consequence. She punched him so hard that he left his body. And while out in the spirit realm, he too saw these 2 people. A young monk, accompanied by 7 canaries. And the other man was Master Shagul, Wu's mentor. The man found recently dead in the butcher's basement. The next morning, over breakfast, the party discussed their dreams, shared them with one another. Were they omens? Portents? Signs of things to come? Uther told Wu that the monk he had seen perhaps represented Bahamut in his guise as the Grand Master of Flowers. And Valdrin suggested a bet, a wager with Uther, that they would be attacked by Driders on their journey. Driders, foul hybrids of the Underdark, drow who had failed their queen and had been punished in a unique and grotesque way. But after failing to buy a new sword for Wu and dark glasses for Voldran, the party headed to the unfortunately named Fiddler's Path, where they met with Lady Roth, who escorted them to Skyhold, an old pirate base built on a floating earth moat, preposterous, just off the coast. Who ever thought of such a thing? Of course, I've personally seen many such. I digress. She showed the party the Sky Navy, 5 identical airships, and the Basilisk, a huge behemoth of an airborne vessel, bristling with weaponry and covered with armor plating. The flagship of Lord Neverember's fleet, she said. And then she showed them her own vessel, smaller, faster, sleeker, sexier than the others, Nemeril, or Swiftwind in the common tongue, given to her by Lord Neverember himself, she said. She didn't say why. And from there, up in the clouds, the party travelled east through the sky aboard Swift Nemeril. They discussed who would learn what roles aboard the ship, so they could handle it themselves if Lady Roth was otherwise occupied. She could handle it all by herself. It was a magical thing, you see, enchanted to obey her command. But it never hurt to have a skilled crew just in case. And Lady Roth wouldn't always be around, more's the pity. The Swiftwind would need a crew. It could never be bonded to another, and it would mourn her always after she... Oh, sorry. Lost myself for a moment. Nostalgia. Sort of. Like, echoes of nostalgia. Future events yet to have happened sometimes strike me the brain. Ignore me, I'm a silly old fool. Anyway, during the flight, Moxie and Voldran had a flute and lute. Uther sat listening, tapping his foot to the catchy tune. Tabitha bonded with Pat the Rat, her familiar. Wu read his book on local history, seeking out the chapter on the village of Thundertree. Dokal pondered why his beard didn't seem to flap in the breeze as much as it should do, and Darwin clung to the prow of the vessel. "I'm on top of the world," he yelled. Clichés. Funny things, clichés. Yes. Anyway, a little over an hour later, the Swiftwind came down in the clearing near the village of Thundertree. They had seen it from the air. 1 minute it seemed alive, bustling with activity, and the next it was dead. Ruined. Ramshackle, crumbling buildings. Overgrown with vines and weeds. The party disembarked and made the rest of the way on foot. They had come here looking for the journal of Alice Lisich, father of Alice Lisich, the blacksmith. It was said that Alice Lisich had been able to shape star metal, a rare, valuable metal, and his daughter, Alice, had offered to make the party things from star metal if they could find the journal, and of course if they could find some star metal. The very next day after offering this, Rabur, the blind old orc seer, had given each of them a piece of star metal. Claimed it came from Matildar, legendary axe, wielded by Lon, shattered in the final battle against the King Cult 20 years earlier. Funny, isn't it? How things just seem to work out sometimes. Things and people just being where they need to be. It's just the right time. There's a trail through the woods, snaking between trees and bushes, leading away from the clearing where Lady Roth...
Nicole says hi.
Nicole, hi. Leading away from the clearing where Lady Roth waits with Nemeril. Gradually, the trail leads to a wider lane, where the trimmed grasses and shrubbery flank the approach to an idyllic village of a dozen or so buildings, once again looking complete, whole, full of life. And the sounds of life can be heard, children laughing and yelling in play, the ring of metal on metal, the bleating of a sheep. But then suddenly, with a cold wind, silence. And the lane is now overgrown once more. Weeds and long grasses, twisting vines. The trees reach inwards, snatching at your clothing with grasping branches. The path before you winds into this village between dilapidated buildings of crumbled stone and rotten wood long since abandoned, where moments ago they seemed almost newly constructed. Ahead of you, in the middle of the settlement, rises a steep hill, upon which stands the stone tower of the windmill you saw on your arrival. Its roof is partially collapsed, and the adjoining cottage leans precariously. A dirt road hugs the base of this hill and wends its way through the remains of these stone houses, many of which are roofless ruins with interiors open to the weather. Some of the other buildings appear more or less intact, but none are undamaged by time, neglect, and in places the wooden walls are blackened and singed. The whole place is eerily silent, but the sounds of children at play can still be heard. But something is wrong here. That much is obvious. A pristine wooden sign, nailed to a tree along the path beside you, reads, "Welcome to Thundertree," and then it flickers once, twice, and then it's gone. I'm going to put you on the map of Thundertree, but before I do so, I'm going to open a handout for you all, which is known as Thundertree 1513 Rules of Engagement. And this is how we're going to conduct ourselves on this particular map. Okay, so for Johnny's benefit, I'll read it out. So, to start with, you will arrange yourself within the green circle. Once everyone is arranged where they want to be in the green circle, you will roll initiative. This doesn't mean you're in combat. This is to establish who's moving at what rate. On your turn, you can speak, and other characters can reply, but remember to use common sense. Don't give a 20-minute monologue. You can move with stealth by making a stealth roll. It doesn't impose a reduction to your movement, but dashing, in other words, using your action to move again, will affect your stealth roll, depending on the terrain that you're crossing at the time. You must declare stealth before moving if you wish to move with stealth. When moving, move 1 square at a time with brief pauses between each, so I can see the path you're taking. Thanks, Alan. If your line of sight is broken by a straight line, it is safe to say that that wall of a building is impassable. But you can ask if there's gaps or ways to climb it, things like that. If your line of sight is broken by an irregular line, this is more than likely incredibly dense foliage, and although you cannot see through it, you can push or hack your way through it. Try and have your turn prepared in advance to keep this moving at a fairly nice pace. Remember, movement, action, bonus action, if you have one. You also have free actions, which can be things like, non-consequential stuff, picking things up, flicking the bird at someone, that sort of stuff. You can split your movement up, so you can move so many feet, perform an action or a bonus action, and move the rest of your movement. If you need to see this handout again, it's at the top of the journal, above the character's handout. But enough of the rules. Let's play some D&D. Right. So, you should all see the map. Up in this top corner is the green circle. I would like you to arrange yourselves in.
Put me in the centre. Or on point. Put me on point. Okay. I'll scout.
Can you see it, Johnny?
No. Hang on. I might be able to swap flick through it. I have got roll for you.
I was gonna post it in the chat for you, but my message just decided to update itself. I'll post it in Discord.
There we go. Off in a tree.
So that's the circle, Johnny. If you look in the Discord chat, and that's in the top left corner of the map. So you'll be heading sort of southeast or southeast. Really, anything other than that will just bump you into the edge.
Okay.
That work? Am I allowed to go in front of Uther?
If you're in the green circle, you can stand there. Yeah, you're in it. That's fine.
I could use Alt to make everything okay.
That's fine where you are, mate. That's absolutely fine.
How come all the everyone's rolled initiative? And
I think that's from the last game.
is that that old initiative?
I think so.
Yeah. There's only Alan that's so far, and it hasn't added in.
I didn't have my token selected, Dave. If you could add me in, man.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, if you remember to select your token before you click on the initiative on your character sheet, it'll put you into the turn order form. I'll do you for you, Johnny.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Where do you want to be?
Yeah, that's the way we're going to travel then, I guess.
Just put me on point because I'm going to scout for the. It's not a scouting attack first.
Okay, if you want to put Valdrin there.
So,
Okay, so I'm just going.
Yeah.
I'll give you an updated view once everyone's ready.
Okay.
Moxie, where do you?
Yes.
Are you going?
I can get it.
Roll initiative. Put your mic somewhere where we can hear you, because it's currently closer to Spain than you, I think. You're still muted as well.
How do I roll initiative again? Sorry.
Click on your token, and then on your character sheet,
It's
click
been a
initiative.
while. Oh.
Been a while.
Well, I'm just getting
You alright there? You having a stroke?
Initiative.
Okay. I believe Ducal has the higher initiative out of Ducal and Uther.
What do you do in case of ties, Dave?
You go with your dex first. So what's your dex? Uther and Ducal?
14.
14.
Yeah, it goes. It shows you dex. It's
Yeah.
18.14, right? So that's.
Oh, of course it is, yeah. Roll is then. Both of you roll.
What we rolling, Dave?
Yeah, just brings up the character sheet.
D20, okay.
So all it'll do is just bring this up, but I think everything else I can probably bring.
So, just to remind you, Fergus and the rat go at the same time as Moxie.
So Johnny, this is.
Okay, so Johnny, this is.
Johnny.
Oh, I nearly did some of that.
It's my games.
You nearly sent him all the hidden shit.
You're lagging a bit on my end, Dave. I'm hearing you on another
Yeah.
mic.
Yeah, same here.
It's funny, I'm hearing him before he speaks as well on someone else's mic. Someone's got a really good connection.
Like future Dave.
It'll be on Leanne.
That has to be Liam.
Well, you're lagging for about a minute after. No, not a minute.
Yeah, future Dave.
Future Dave.
Dave.
So
Yeah, future
Dave.
in 2 places.
Is that any better?
Dave.
Right, let's try this then.
Didn't hear it all there.
What's David?
That's a big map.
Hello.
Hello.
It's a group.
Oh, is that wrong? Is that for rolling?
Hello.
Yeah.
Is that any less laggy? Yeah. Okay.
It's okay.
Right. So Johnny, I'm just going to send you a little screenshot on Facebook
Cool.
of what you can currently see.
Okay, cool.
Oh.
Fuck off, Messenger. Honestly, that's the 3rd update it's installed in a row.
You having fun, Dave?
I'm having Johnny's tech fucking heresies spreading down the internet to me, I think. There we go. That's better. Okay, so I'm just gonna put some ordering shit in. I'm just gonna find my document. That absolutely makes perfect sense.
There we go.
Right.
What does that?
Okay, so top of the round, it's nice of Uther and Ducal to just swap positions. Ducal first. I'm going to try and get rid of the green circle because we don't need that anymore.
We have a car. I would never.
Okay. So straight away, Ducal, what you can see, in fact, what all of you can see, is to the south of you here. There's some bushes and vines around here, but there is a wooden building immediately south of you, Ducal. And it looks like an old crumbling stone cottage. There's no roof on it, and there's what looks like a garden surrounding it, but it looks like it's long since been scorched in some way. It's blackened and withered, but there are these bushes that have grown up out of the ruin of this garden. They look very thick and thorny and viney. And it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Right, I think I'm just gonna move a bit just to get a better view of what's going on. And I found something.
What's wrong? We've got a note of that, didn't we?
There we go, Dave. That's me done.
Okay. Just a second. I've just got to find something. There we go.
You get a dash as well if you want, Ed.
Yeah, I'll leave that. Leave it for the faster the people to scout. I just want to
Honestly, like, I can't float it yet.
see
Okay.
what's going on a bit.
Okay. As you move to there, Ducal, you hear a rustling in the bushes. These dry, thorny bushes that you've just passed here. You think you hear something moving in them, and you turn around and you look. You can't see anything though.
Okay, we'll tell the group what I've just heard in the bushes.
Okay.
Rustling in the bushes, guys.
Uther.
Okay, I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can I see anything from here, Dave?
You also hear something rustling around. These bushes are quite
Bushy.
dense. They're not very bushy. They're very thorny and branchy. But you do hear something moving, and you think you can see something moving somewhere around here. But you're really struggling to make out what it is. Make a perception check for me, please, Uther. What's that I can suddenly hear? Can anyone else suddenly hear a load of hissing?
Yeah, I can hear that.
I model someone's having some fun.
No, I can't hear it.
No one's going green. Like, we're not.
Yeah,
Stop
I don't know
that.
what that was. That was weird.
Actually, watching the
CIA.
Yeah, I'm now the watcher. I'm coming because I was lagging on my
Yeah,
account,
yeah.
so I'm the watcher.
Hmm?
Yeah, as you peer into this bush, you can definitely see some of the branches and the twigs seem to be moving themselves. There was a cold wind blew through here when you first arrived, but other than that, now the sky is calm. It's not particularly windy or anything, but parts of this bush definitely seem to be moving.
I'm going to say to the bush, "Show yourself!" And is this a door here to this building, Dave?
I believe it is, yes.
I'm going to dash up to the door, and that'll be my go.
Okay. I'm going to tell you if there's anything interesting you can see in there as well, since you're right in the door. No, it looks exactly like what you'd expect. It's a ruined old cottage. There's no furniture. Parts of the wall and the floors and what's left of the roof look like they've been scorched in some way. They're blackened. And there's a funny smell here. Make another perception check, please, before I move on to someone else.
$16.
Yeah, the smell smells like it's like a caustic smell. It's more like you get the impression that whatever's scorched this wood isn't fire. It's maybe a chemical like an acid or something like that has done the damage here.
Okay.
Moxie.
We're going down into this cottage.
Okay.
I'll just follow behind Uther.
It's probably wise. He's got a shield. You also hear the sound of something rummaging around in this bush near where you are now, just to the west of you. That Uther's currently sort of looking into, sort of around here. He's looking into it and saying, "Show yourself."
Say, hello!
Are you mechanical elves?
Are you making the tree grow?
Okay, is that you done?
Yeah.
Woo!
I'm going to use my stealth skill, which I'll roll for, and my mobile skill to move through this bush and take a look while I'm stealthing through it.
Okay, so as you move through the bush, your movement is halved because of difficult terrain, unless mobile affects that, does it?
Mobile has no counts for difficult terrain.
Okay,
I can move through it freely.
Okay. Yeah, so you can move through it as normal. In fact, because I like weird cinematic moments, you can choose here. You can either, because you're quite small, you can choose to either push and weave your way through the bush, or if you really want, you can scamper up and over the top of it.
Yeah. I'd like to see if I can get on this thing's tracks, but look loop round it and really search it while I'm like running round it like a little ninja squirrel.
Okay, so put yourself where you want to finish your move.
Sorry, I'm on a blowing measure. There we go. I'll finish a move back to sort of like, yeah, because I've got plenty of movement.
Okay, so what route did you pass through the bush, please?
Oh, sorry, I didn't do it square by square.
Yeah, that's,
Let me do this properly. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Stop there.
5, 6.
Yeah, all of these will be buildings.
Make a perception check for me, please. Woo.
I'm sure you'll be able to get in there and search through it all. This is a map.
That's the main skill, isn't it? That's the small skill. Charisma. Perception. No, are you? Perception. Why is it something else? Is it a wisdom check? You call it like
It's
40K.
perception. It's perception, but it uses your wisdom. If you look under your skills, it's there. They're all alphabetical.
Okay. Persuasion. What's perception? There we go.
There you go. Okay, so as you're pushing through this this hedge, you get to about there, and you see something move. And for a moment you're like, wait, no, there's nothing there. But you stop and you carefully study this bush, and you realise that what is moving is the bush. What you've heard shuffling about is the bush. What Moxie and Dakal and Uther all seem to have noticed, and what Uther seems to be challenging, is the bush. But right up close, you see a little more than what they see, and you realise that the core of this bush is not a bush at all. It's what looks like a little humanoid creature, about the same sort of height as you, maybe a little bit shorter, that seems to be made of gnarled twigs and branches and little thorny protrusions where ears and stuff will be, and it's just kind of shuffling around in this bush and peering at you and Uther and Moxie. Make a nature check, Woo.
Case.
That's strange.
It's pruning time.
You've no idea what this is.
30. So divide that by 5.
Oh, I'm not saying this culture in a far while.
That's how what each square is. Square in 5 meters. The maps. So then you can.
Shall I just finish my movement, or shall I try to approach the creature? Half movement. Would I need another action to do that? I've used stealth. Was that a free entry to a
No,
game?
stealth doesn't use an action. It's just a roll that you make when you declare your movement. But what did you roll? A 21. So because you're moving through this bracken type bush, your actual stealth would probably drop to about 19, but it's still a pretty good roll. So you don't have to. You don't have to roll. If you want to carry on moving, you can carry on moving.
I would like to stop and tap it on its shoulder and say, "Malin."
Okay. What are you tapping it with?
I'll tap at my hand.
Okay.
Be fast.
Tap it with your hand.
Morning.
And
I haven't got my pole out.
And you lose your hand.
okay, you tap it with your hand, and it spins round incredibly fast, and it straightens up a little bit. Maybe gets about another 6 inches tall, and it makes this peculiar sound. And you see like what looks like a mouth open up, full of little teeth that look like little thorns, and it makes this strange sort of sound like cracking wood, dry, bark snapping, and then it's going to attack you.
Okay.
And it's going to do 2 things. The first thing it's going to do is it's going to lash out with its little arms, which seem to extend like vines and try and wrap around you. Does a 10 hit? I don't think a 10 hits you, does it?
It doesn't.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Well, I'll attack it back.
It's not finished. It's also going to spread out roots. You see its feet sort of sink into the loamy soil and begin to spread out rapidly. And you see all these roots and vines twisting through the dirt and popping up out of the ground. And I need Voldron, Wu, Moxie, and Uther to... Oh, hang on. Oh, yeah. Yeah, to make a strength saving throw. The area now around this creature, I'm going to reveal the creature. Here he is. He's got a 15-foot aura around him, which you'll all be able to see. Movement in that aura is now classed as difficult terrain. Some of it already was anyway because of the bushes. But now anything in that area is covered by his roots as he begins to try and snare you all. And he begins to make this horrible chittering noise as well. And Uther, Voldron, Moxie... In fact, everyone except Wu, because he's already made one, everyone can make a nature check. You all sort of see this starting to happen.
Yeah, I'll do a nature check because I might know.
Well, yeah. Let's see if you can.
That's a 7 for you, Johnny, unfortunately.
Oh dear. It's a bush!
Hello, stop my feet.
If what level we all at?
You're all level 3, I think.
They just click the number.
Everyone else? Has everyone made one yet? Oh, there we go. Darwin knows his shit. Has everybody done a nature check?
I'm excited.
No,
It's a bush, Dukal. It's a bush. You're 100% certain it is a bush, and you've never heard of aggressive bushes before. But hey, you've never been to Thundertree before.
I mean, on that roll, I probably don't even know it's a bush. I'm probably still guessing.
It might be a shrubbery. You're not sure. Okay, so Hayden's failed his. Uther's passed his. Moxie, I need you to make a strength saving throw. So Uther is okay. Voldron, you got a 20 on your strength save, so you're okay.
Cool.
But
I don't need strength. Oh, do I just?
Yep.
I can't remember with that.
Yep. Leanne.
Oh.
That's a very good roll, Ian.
That's.
A very-
I've never
very
seen a
good
strength saving throw of 0 before.
Oh no!
But well done. A for effort. Have a participation medal.
Yes.
So Woo and Moxie fail. So Woo and Moxie are suddenly tangled up in these vines and roots that spread out from this creature as it begins chittering and trying to bite Woo. You are both now restrained, Woo and Moxie. On your turn, you can try and break free.
Yeah.
Other people can try and break you free. But you don't have to do that. What the hell? OneDrive just kicked in and did something that I told it to do about 20 minutes ago. So while you're restrained, your speed is 0, and you can't benefit from any bonus to your speed. Attack rolls against you have advantage, and attack rolls that you make have disadvantage. And you have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. So you can still attack, you can still do other things, you can't move, but you can try and break free, and other people can try and break you free. And other people, remember, you can also assist each other. So when you assist each other, you give each other advantage. So if, for example, Uther could move to Woo and say, I'm assisting Woo to try and break out these vines, then on Woo's turn he can try and break out the vines, and he'll get an advantage on the attempt to break free.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So that's what this little fucker's done. As for the nature roll, Uther, and this applies to Darwin as well. You have both heard of awakened plants. They are plants gifted with intelligence, mobility. They often blight lands that are plagued or contaminated by darkness. And they gain their life force, their sustenance, from the pollution of the darkness within the soil where they grow. And they usually carry out the will of an ancient evil and attempt to spread that evil wherever they can. Darwin, you know a little bit more with your roll of 21. And you have heard the tale. In fact, this makes such fucking perfect sense for James's character. James, are you still there, or have you frozen?
Hello?
Oh, on my laptop, you're just frozen in a bit.
Yeah,
weird
no,
pose.
he's frozen. I'm like,
Yeah, he's frozen.
I can hear him just fine. So.
Okay, so James, you know a little bit more, and you're not sure why. You know a little bit more. You know that you know the tale of the Gulthias tree. And the legends tell of a vampire named Gulthias who worked terrible magic and raised up an abominable tower called Nightfang Spire. Jesus Christ, I've only had one beer. Nightfang Spire. Gulthias was undone when a hero plunged a wooden stake through his heart, but as the vampire was destroyed, his blood became infused within the stake, and gave the stake terrible power. And in time, tendrils of new growth sprouted from the wood, and they grew into a sapling infused with the vampire's evil essence. And it said that more recently, at some point in more recent history, a mad druid discovered the sapling, known as the Gulthias tree, and transported it to an underground grotto where it would be grown, and its seeds spread from there. And that's how these vine blights came into being. And there's other kinds of these blights, ranging in size, from small bushes to vast trees. You're not quite sure how you know this story of the Gulthias tree, Darwin. It seems to be lodged in your memory, but the most peculiar thing about it is that when you hear the name Gulthias, you automatically associate it with another name, and that name is Strahd.
What? Darwin's going to go a bit pale.
but he doesn't know why. Okay, so that's the introduction to the villains of this map done. It was a bit long-winded. Woo, you do still have an action.
We'll take the action and hit this thing with disadvantage.
Okay, cool.
Seems as like I probably need to do counter escape out of it because I'll puff. So, where are you? 1d8.
I'm here. Oh, you're talking to your character sheet.
Okay. What am I rolling this? What did I?
You should just be able to click on your attacks in the middle of your character sheet, Hayden. There's like a little box where it'll say
just
you
the unarmed
staff,
attack,
unarmed, whatever you want to do. So, okay, so that's a 7, which doesn't hit. As you try and punch at this twig blight, one of the vines wraps around and just sort of your wrist and just pulls it away a little bit more.
Hello. Hello.
I believe you can make an offhand attack as well for a bonus action, can't you?
Suppose I can, yes, I will do that.
Do you have like
Oh.
a secondary unarmed attack? Let me just check.
I do, if I attack with my main action with my top hand, I can use a bonus action.
Yeah, I'm not sure
Attack
if it's
again.
the same roll, is it? Oh yeah,
It is, because all my unarmed damage does.
It's the
1d8 bludgeoning.
It's yeah, but it's what's this one? Hang on. Oh, no, that's when you've got the weapon out, isn't it? Yeah. So yeah, make another attack.
What's that thing that's come up now?
That's me messing about. Don't worry about that.
Still don't do anything.
No. So yeah, you're trying to punch this thing, but it's got many vines snarling around you, and it's getting close with its little mouth chittering away, and it's just making this horrible sound like dry twigs being snapped and cracked. And Voldrun, it's now your turn. I'll give you an updated view. Oh, he's gone.
I'm here.
Back.
Okay, so yeah, so Voldrun, it's your turn. There's an updated view for you in Facebook Messenger. So this creature, you can see it's within this bush. It's going to be tricky to shoot into the bush, and you would also be at disadvantage anyway because it's in melee with
I'm not interested in shooting it. I've got a burning torch as part of my a torch as part of my adventurers pack.
Let's have a look.
Johnny's having
the fucker on fire, so I'm just gonna take my tinder and stuff out, spark it up, and then just chuck it, and then light my burning torch, and then throw it at this bush.
You have a torch. You have 10 torches. You also have a tinder box.
Fantastic.
So I'll tell you what. I'll let you draw them for free. I'll let you light the torch as a bonus action. And then for your action, if you want to throw the torch into the bush, you can. All I want to know is, are you throwing it at the bush or specifically at the creature in the bush, which you can now see is definitely separate from the bush?
The creature.
The creature itself, okay? All right. So I'm going to make a little... I'm going to make an attack roll for you.
Cool.
This is technically...
I'm at advantage because I got a advantage thing last time that I haven't used.
So yeah, you've got the inspiration that you haven't used. However, you are at disadvantage because Woo is in melee with it.
Right.
But you can use the inspiration if you want to remove that disadvantage.
Yep, I'm going to normalise it with the inspiration.
Cool. Okay, so you've lost that now. I'm going to do this as like an improvised ranged attack. Because it's technically not a weapon, so I'm going to roll a d20 and I'm going to add your dexterity modifier, which is a 3. Let's just see what you're proficient with. Yeah, so I'm going to do a d20 plus 3 for you. That's 1. I need to roll again. Oh no, you cancelled that. So 22 to hit, Johnny, which, believe it or not, is a hit. I'm also going to do the damage, which itself isn't great. It's D4 for an improvised weapon of this size, plus your dexterity, which is 3. So it does 5 damage just on the impact.
Yep.
And this torch, somehow you arc it up over the bush into this dense bush, and Wu, you see this burning torch just come hurtling out of nowhere, and it smacks the vine blight on the back of the head, and it makes this horrible screeching noise as it leans forward, and then it's going to make a little saving throw, which it fails, and the back of its head just goes and just ignites. And I'm gonna roll an additional d6 damage for fire damage for you for this, and you do an additional 4 damage as the thing goes up in flames.
And as this happens, I'm just going to go. I love gardening.
Okay, so you've still got movement, Johnny. If you want to move at all.
Yeah, I'm going to. I don't know. I'm not in the. Am I in the radius of this thing?
You are. Yeah. If you can see the little green circly thing, so it halves your movement. That's all it does.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just going to move forward a bit towards Wu to give him a hand.
Okay. So I'll just move you north of Wu. Is that right?
Yep. That sounds cool.
Cool. That's Johnny's turn. Tabitha, it's over to you.
To give you.
So you can see what's going on here. You can see the movement within this bush. You can see Wu is in a bit of a pickle. Something's got hold of him. His arms are getting sort of dragged about a bit. You can see Voldrum's hurled this burning torch in. What would you like to do, Tabitha?
I don't think I'm not sure I want to get mixed up in that.
I want no part of this.
let the goblin burn with the twig man.
It's after you're done, your little rattle up again so you can get him into. Oh.
That's a horny bush, you.
Instincts is telling me to climb some.
Well, there is a building directly south here if you want to.
There is?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then you'll have to dash. Yeah. Well, what's the size of this building, Dave?
It's a single-story building. The roof is missing in places and heavily charred and rotten. It doesn't look particularly sturdy, but Tabitha's quite light and nimble on her feet. It looks like it would be fairly easy to climb because of the damage to the walls. You know, there's lots of holes and things like that and broken pieces. If you were wanting to climb onto the roof, you do think you could climb onto the roof fairly easy. Whether the roof could hold you or not is something else. It does look a bit rickety.
Yeah. Yeah, but Pat wants to be. Pat goes after you. So
yeah, but if I go nearby, if I go near it.
Yeah, well, Pat wants to be in combat. He wants to be. Wait, but Pat's not got range capabilities.
Pat's main contribution to combat is distraction. He can't really fight, but he can help other people. He can provide advantage by being a distraction and stuff like that.
That's true as well, but he can also fight because of Tabitha's.
Oh yeah, because of her particular. Also, he's only got 1 hit point, and if he gets hit, he's.
He should have more than that. It should have 10.
I thought Familiar's only had 1. Well, even so, 10's not much, is it? So.
Well, no, it isn't. No, but
it's quite funny.
Yeah.
You're right, he's got 1. A rat has D4 minus 1. That's bizarre.
It's an imp though, it's just a, not that we should really say that, it's a shape changed imp.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's changed. Shape, does he just keeps the thing to me, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's got 10, don't worry about that.
Statistics are the same in each form, yeah. Okay, so what are you doing?
Yeah. In the door. I'm gonna head over towards that building.
Okay.
Oh.
So
just a second.
Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's your bonus action to get that as well, but Pat will. So this turn, Pat's in combat, and then you can do the electric thing.
Alright,
So,
I'm not putting Pat in contact.
okay.
I was going to send him out to see what was going on.
Like Dave says, you can also assist people by being next to them and things like that. So you could maybe use it to get people out of the bind.
We should use a dodge action.
You can go in around with spells, but it's combat at the moment, isn't it? I think.
Okay, so is that me done then?
What? Move, an action, or anything. Actions and being dodge. Outside. So actually, no, what's this?
I was going to climb the building.
Yeah.
Can I do it?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, dash up the building.
Well, we're just waiting for Dave to come back, and then we'll tell him that you're going to.
David come.
Let's take.
Anything.
If in doubt, set it on fire.
I was having the same sort of thought, Johnny. So
you looked worried.
Sorry about that. I just had an appointment with last night's curry.
Oh, nice. Sadly, I had to go quite a hurry there.
Yeah, it's in the words of my good friend Martin Hickey, I had to evacuate, disintegrate. So,
your face.
Apologies for that. Tabitha, what are you doing?
Well, after your hurry, I will run up the building, dash up the building.
Okay, cool. I would like a acrobatics or athletics check for the climbing up the wall. It's fairly simple.
So if you scroll back down to your skills, we'll have a look. Yeah, well, first let's just have a look. So, yeah, actually your acrobatics is better than your athletics, so yes.
One is governed by strength and the other is governed by dexterity, so people tend to be good at one or the other. Ooh. Okay, you do make it to the top of the wall, but you very nearly tumble back and fall into the bush. You have a little wobble, but you retain your footing, but that's going to end your movement.
Okay.
So, we put her on top then. Or can you do that?
Yeah, I can do that. Oh no, apparently I can't because I'm clicking like a retard. Hang on. There we go. Yeah, I'll put her there.
There you go. So at least, or do you want to be on the corner? Well, there.
Yeah. If you can do the palm, that'd be ideal.
Cool. So right now it's Pat's go, so what Pat's the secret?
So just to clarify how your familiar interacts, when it goes at exactly the same time as Tabitha, so it can go before or after, basically.
Oh, okay.
It's all happening at the same time.
Oh, should have sent him before for distraction while I...
Not only that, but you use your bonus action to attack them. So if you want to, it is confusing. It's reading more of it.
So we're doing everything with Pat now?
Okay, so Pat is a character like you, so he gets all of these actions again. Can't normally
Where is he with me?
So he's back up here, yeah. You want to get him down here and...
Into the bush. Can I get him to the bush?
So 1, 2, 3, 4. He can only move 4 at a time.
Okay.
But he could dash and get down there if you want.
Sure.
He's not particularly quick, but then again, he's only little, isn't he? So he's got little legs.
Look there.
6. Okay.
Is that his turn to finish?
I think so, because he has to dash to get down there.
Cool.
That's a bit confusing, that. So that would prevent a character from attacking, wouldn't it? So even if Tabitha used a bonus action to get him to attack, he wouldn't be able to because it's dashed.
Yes. Yeah, I think you can use your bonus action to command him to attack as an action. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's not.
Yeah. That is his action, then. Yeah. Cool.
That's kind of like the balance thing for him, because I don't think warlocks get much in the way of bonus actions anyway, do they? So
no, that's why we said like get that, because that's going to give us some extra.
Yeah, cool. So after Tabitha, it's Darwin's turn.
Okay.
Oh, Moxie, you forgot to move with Fergus.
Right, Darwin is going to engage fungus mode, and he's going to use Shillalak, which is a bonus.
Yeah.
And then he is moving down.
Is fungus mode not a bonus as well?
Well, fungus is an action after. Yeah, that's an action for this turn. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Does fungus mode have an aura?
It does, yeah. So
do you know how to turn on your own aura?
Oh.
Would you like to know? Makes it easier for me. If you double click your character token,
aura,
you'll open a window, and at the bottom there's. So don't adjust aura 1 because that's just your colour. Aura 2, you can set the radius in feet. You can set whether it's a circle or a square. You can set the tint colour, and then you see the little three little dots. If you click C when you mouse over the 3 little dots, then everyone can see your aura.
Right, so it's a circle, and the aura would be. And where's the 3 dots, Dave?
Just to the right. So you can see the tint colour for the aura.
Yeah.
Which is currently like a greeny colour. Up and to the right, there's 3 little dots, vertical dots in a row.
No, not from either.
Oh. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll turn that on then. What's the radius?
10 feet, circle, centered on Dangle.
There you go. It's currently a bit lost in the other aura from the Vine Blight, but you should be able to see it there on the map.
Right, now that doesn't go off. Let me think. I think he has to move into it or start his turn in it.
It's his turn next.
Okay.
Because I've put his fucking initiative in wrong.
I'm moving. No. 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 It's only far left.
Shut off.
Okay. Right. You got anything else, Darwin?
No. No, that's my move action, bonus action to pull my stuff out.
Okay. So this turn was a little bit of an awkward turn where the Vine Blight acted a bit out of order before he rolled initiative by grabbing Wu and unleashing his roots. So he doesn't get a turn right now because he acted out of turn just for cinematic fun. But you know who does get a turn? His mates that you haven't seen yet. And they come stumbling out of a bush nearby. And these guys are a little smaller. And Darwin, because of your 21 roll earlier, you spot these guys earlier, and you know what these guys are. These are needle blights, and they're basically a smaller version of this thing. And also because of the 21, I think you know that they don't restrain like the Vine Blight does. So they're not as likely to grab you and pin you in place, but they are likely to stab you with their many, many spiky, pointy, needly thorns. And these things come stumbling out of this hedge that's sort of southeast of Ducal's position.
Is there any of the other ones left? Is there any of the other ones left? Get one.
2, 3, 4,
No,
5. And they go for Ducal. They head straight towards Ducal. And they would be kind of cute, these little bush creatures. They're about 1.5 feet tall. They're a bit like Groot. You know, they're a bit like that, stumbling towards you. And they'd be cute if it wasn't for the fact that they were going and stabbing at you with these little thorny hands. And they're going to attack Ducal with needles or claws. That's a ranged attack. They're going to attack you with their little thorn-like claws, Ducal. And the first one is going to roll 19.
That is a hit.
Okay. Holy shit, these guys actually pack more of a wallop than I expected. I've only got 1d4 apparently. That is 8 piercing damage from the first one.
Shit.
And the second one misses you on a 6.
David, are we meant to be able to see health bars for our characters?
Yeah.
I can't see anyone's.
I've just noticed that, yeah, you're right. I'll work on that as we progress. But that's the Blight's turn.
Don't worry about it.
I'm just going to send a little snapshot to Johnny so he can see what's going on.
I can't even ask you a question, you've got that much going on.
You can ask me a question if you want, that's fine.
Well, while you're just quickly free, not to explain it to anybody, the other thing I was going to ask is, when you first attacked me, could I have taken a dodge action with my key powers to evade it? I'm not going to go back and do it now, but just for future reference, because this is when I get attacked, I can make that action.
I believe, right, I might be wrong. I might be wrong, but I think you can... I think you could have dodged the attack that it made when it was trying to bite you, but I don't think you could have attacked. I don't think you could have dodged the binding, the restraining. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's how it is. I'll check. Okay. I'll check before that becomes important.
It don't matter at the moment. Don't worry about it now, Dave. Thank you.
I am worried, Hayden. Right. So it's back to the top of the round. It's Ducal. While I turn on your health bars.
Well, this one's going to be an easy turn. I'm going to attack them little fuckers who just took all them points off
me. Cheers, Dave, for the map.
Yeah, no worries, mate. I'll probably, as I drink more, Johnny, I'll forget to do that. So just yell when you want visuals, because I'll forget that you exist.
It's okay.
Like, Johnny, I remember him vaguely. He was a real person once. Now he's just a tiny picture on a screen.
He wants me to roll all his dice for him.
Yes, making me do things, little bastard.
Yeah.
He's only this tall as well. I can see him
now, bitch?
I can see him in his little window. Yeah, fuck you, Johnny. Johnny's inadvertently become DM of my game. I don't like it. Ducal, it's your turn.
It's a coup!
I'm going to start by attacking
Who'd have thunk it?
Hit me.
So it's the one immediately south that hit you.
Yeah.
Oh god, Leanne's in her own combat right now against the daddy longlegs. Leanne, while you're up, can you pass me a couple of beers, please? Thank you. Hayden, by the way, we can't see your beautiful face. Oh, there you are. It's almost like I saw you reconnecting your camera. 13 with the battle axe. That, I think, is a hit on the needle blight. It is.
It is. So, here's the damage. Okay.
13, yeah. You swing the... do you want to pass me another one while you're up, save you getting up again? You swing the battle axe at the first of these needle blights, and you just bisect it through the waist, and it sounds like you've just snapped a twig, and it goes silent instantly.
With my offhand axe against the other one.
Okay.
12.
12 is also a hit. Thank you. Cheers. So that's 9 damage. You also strike the second one, and you take almost like a third of it away. You chop one of its little stubby, thorny arms away, and most of its torso, and it goes a little limp, and it stumbles a bit, but it's still up.
Okay.
Anything else, Dukal?
No, that is me.
Okay, Uther.
Can I draw, please, a flask of oil and throw it at the fire that Johnny has started?
Free action to draw an item. Absolutely.
No.
And to throw it would be. Are you proficient with thrown weapons?
No.
Okay, so it will be a D20 plus your dexterity modifier, please.
You didn't burn him.
15.
You casually almost pull this flask fluidly out of your pack with one move, tossing it underhand into the flame that Voldron has ignited on this creature's burning head, and the flask shatters and ignites. And immediately this creature is bathed in oil, and you watch as the flame just takes the whole thing, and it's already slightly agonized chittering becomes louder, to the point that it's now best described as a screech of wooden agony. And I would like you to roll some damage for me, which will be it's a flask of oil. It's already on fire, so it would be D6 for the fire. Let's do a D10 for the oil. Let's do 1D6 and 1D10, please. And this is going to be doubled because it's vulnerable to fire.
Creaking scream, Dave.
Oh no!
A grand total of 3!
Weakness!
So that's,
it's doubled though, right?
yeah, that's doubled. So that's 6 damage.
That was a pretty shitty flask of oil.
But it is now a flame, this creature, and that's going to grant advantage on anyone that's trying to break out of the bonds that they're in with this creature at the moment, which is Moxie and Woo. Yeah. Anything else, Uther?
No, that'll do for me, I think.
Okay, so over to you, Moxie. So you were bound by these thorny, viney things that have been grabbing hold of you the last few seconds, but Uther has just hurled this flask of oil in, which has ignited the creature, and it's beginning to shriek and writhe, and the bonds are slackening. So you are still restrained, but you can't move until you break out the restraints. So you can try and break out, and you'll do so with advantage because it's on fire now, this creature. Or you can attack where you are, but you will have disadvantage on any attack rolls.
I can't hear Leanne.
Leanne, no one can hear you because your mic's in Spain again.
Where's the little bastard?
The little bastard's this chap here.
All right.
He should be red, but the green aura is distorting it to a weird colour.
What's his health?
Can you not see his bar? You can't see his bar, can you?
No.
So you don't know his exact health, but you can see it. You can get a representation of how wounded he is.
Well, fireball it.
Okay, so this will be at disadvantage because you are restrained, and also because it's in melee. So it's a pretty good call because it wasn't going to get any better. So give me a fireball, please. Oh, by the way, you forgot about Fergus last turn. What did you want Fergus to do? Fergus is up here, look, ticking about.
Just leave him there a minute.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So you can move Fergus each turn.
Yeah.
He doesn't do as much as what Pat the Rat does, but
I'm really struggling because I'm too hot.
Everyone's hot, Leanne.
Oh,
Click on
Lord,
core.
Having a fucking slaving
Click
to
on
the public.
core. Stop complaining and listen to my instructions. Down in the middle there, Firebolt will be on there somewhere.
I've never said that to my wife.
You wouldn't dare. I would never dare.
I know, but I have
If I had a wife, I
bigger
wouldn't
balls than all of you combined, you see, that's the thing.
Yeah, right, I'm just soft up, aren't I?
Yeah, that's true. That's actually the only reason that I say this is because Leanne is soft as shit, and I get away with absolute murder with her. So
You get away with everything. You
Honestly,
bastard.
if I said that, Nicole would just punch me in the stomach.
I know. The thing is, I wouldn't dare say stuff like that to anyone but Leanne. I exploit her kindness and her niceness. She's a wonderful wife, really. Please don't stab me in my sleep.
Pillow's quieter, Leanne. Pillow.
Shut up, Johnny. You're supposed to be on my side. I send you maps.
Yeah,
so
my
that's...
dice, bitch.
You lost me a while ago, right? I don't even know what you're saying to me.
I feel victimised and ganged up on. Leanne, that's a hit, but I might say it's not unless you really can't. No, just roll damage, please. So you can roll damage by, in the chat, on your roll, click the word Firebolt, and that'll roll damage for you. Cool. That's not very good, but it's a bit of damage. But it is vulnerable to fire, so that's doubled.
I'm gonna go.
Leanne,
dramatically.
Nicole advises you to slap Dave around the face. That's Nicole's advice.
Later.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mess with Nicole personally, but can she hear me?
She can't hear you now.
Fuck
so
you,
can say
Nicole. Sorry, I've had 3 beers and I'm tired and I'm getting ballsy. Yeah, so Moxie snarls as she hurls these bolts of fire around Wu, slams into the vine.
Oh, I went.
Oh, yeah, you did. What, like a Michael Jackson dance move?
Yeah.
She clicks her heels together and the firebolts dart out of these anklets that she wears, hitting the vine blight, putting more fire onto this pathetic wooden creature. Anything else, Moxie?
No, not really.
Do you want to move Fergus?
Sure.
So you're happy, please?
Where am I though? All right, yeah. How do I move him?
Well, Fergus is up there. Look where it says Fergus.
Oh shit!
He's got his own character sheet.
All right. I thought that purple thing was Fergus.
No,
All right,
that's
I'll move
Pat.
him now.
Oh, Pat's name isn't showing up for anyone, is it? There we go. That's better.
There we go.
Okay, cool. Woo, it's over to you.
I've hit it.
You have hit it. You wouldn't have been... Oh, you would. Yeah, carry on.
Wow.
Yeah, and you might have fluffed the last few attacks, but this time you... I mean, what sort of martial art move is this, Woo? What are you doing? Bear in mind you're restrained. You're restrained.
Oh, like that. Full on Hadouken.
Okay.
No fireball.
Yeah, I was going to say you're giving the Hadouken, but there's no magic behind it because you don't have any magic. But you do manage to get your fingers into the core of his little trunky body. You dig in quite far, and then you realise you can just go, oh, crunch, and snap his little twiggy body apart, tear it apart with your bare hands, and he's fucking dead. That's 1 kill to Decal, 1 kill to Woo. It is not a competition. Repeat, it is not a competition. I am tracking this.
The rest of my movement.
Okay, so
the rest of my movement.
What you're saying is it's as many as possible, Dave.
No,
okay.
You're not restrained anymore, but you are still in difficult terrain.
Okay.
I can move over to here because I've got mobile feet, and I'm going to bonus attack this little fucker, Cal, still with movement left.
Go for it.
And hit him as well.
Uh-huh.
That's how it works, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, you can
Attack,
split
move,
your
bonus.
you can split your action and your bonus and your move.
Just got to find out where disadvantage is again. There you are.
You're not at disadvantage now.
No, you're at advantage.
I know. On normal before I press my button, you say.
Yeah.
Here we go again.
You're at advantage, Hayden, because Decal has attacked that needle blight. So roll another.
Okay,
roll another.
Yeah, ganging up.
They're both hits. So give me damage. Yeah, you smash this thing round the back of the head with your raging little hobbling fist, and it stumbles. It looks pretty fucked up. A big chunk of its head falls off. It looks very brittle and dry. Anything else, Wu?
Gotta move. I'm moving.
Okay.
There.
To...
I'm stopping.
All right. As you move away from there, the needle blight does lash out at you. Johnny, I'm just going to send you. You what? Sorry.
Can't. I've hit him with attack. Mobile.
Oh yeah, you're mobile, aren't you? Sorry, Johnny. There's a little map for you.
Cheers.
Yeah. So Wu dances out of the bush after killing the vine blight, punches the needle blight in the back of the head, and then skips away out of reach of the needle blight, who flails after Wu, but just completely misses him. And then it's Voldron's turn.
Okay. I'm going to take my bow out and take a shot at the last spiky, blighty thing next to Ducal.
Cool. It'll be at disadvantage because it's in combat with
Is that
Ducal.
is that possible?
Yeah,
I'll choose. I'm going to try and shoot it through the fire if I can. If the fire's...
No, the fire is kind of like southwest of your position at the moment. That bush that everyone is stood around is on fire, or rather the creature in it is. So yeah, you'd have to move to try and pull that shot off, and it would make it a lot more of a difficult shot.
I'm going to do it.
Okay, let me...
It's all about kill.
So you're going to have to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You could move to west of Darwin with all your movement. You could fire around Darwin, but it's still at disadvantage. The fire is going to make the shot trickier, and so is Darwin and Moxie being in line of sight.
Okay.
But if you want me to roll that, I'll roll that.
I'm going to go for it.
Okay, so what I'm going to say is for the intervening cover of Darwin and Moxie, I'm going to raise the AC by 4.
Okay.
And if you get a 10 or a 12 or more, then I'll let you have the shot pass through the fire.
Cool.
So where's the Moon Touch longbow? There it is. It's disadvantaged, so I need to roll that again. Sorry. Yep. So 19 plus 2, that's 21. So it's a hell of a shot. It goes over Darwin's right shoulder, curves through the flame left by Uther and yourself, and then over Moxie's left shoulder and hits the needle blight square in the head, and does 11 piercing damage, killing the needle blight as it makes the impact, and then ignites it for a further... I mean, it doesn't really matter, but because it's already dead, but I'm going to roll it anyway. For another 2 damage, but it's already dead at that point. And Ducal, this thing just ignites and collapses in this burning pile of kindling.
I do so love a good fire, don't you?
Okay, and you're back out of combat. What I'm going to do is I'm going to keep you in the initiative order you're in now, but the next time you engage in combat, I'll ask for new initiative rolls. Just to keep this skipping along a little bit. So Voldron, you've done your action, you've done your movement. You do have a bonus action. I don't think you have anything for a bonus action other than a couple of spells which would be pointless to cast at this point.
Yeah, I'm not going to bother.
Okay. Tabitha, it's your turn. You're stood up on top of this building. Pat the Rat's just lurking nearby. You've seen your companions just take down these fucking twiggy motherfuckers with ease. What are you doing?
So where I am up on the corner, can I look to see if there's anything ahead to potentially attack us further down the line?
You are a little higher up right now. Yeah, give me a perception check.
Just not on there because I've...
Okay, there are bushes and plants and shrubs and vines and trees all over this village as far as the eye can see. Let me just see exactly what you can see. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna move you about a little bit, Tabitha, and obviously I understand James is gonna see some of this too. So James, if you could pretend you don't see some of this, that would be appreciated. So Tabitha, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move you away from this position you are in to show you what you can see. So to the south here, there are some winding pathways between trees. You do see more buildings. Everywhere you see a square-edged shadow, like here and here, they are clearly buildings. Everything else is trees and bushes. So there's a lot of places you can see where there's buildings, and also a lot of places where you can see there are areas for creatures like what you've just fought to be lurking. Also what you see... Oh god, I've got you stuck on the terrain. Hang on. Also what you can see... I'm just going to move you a little bit further. Wait, are we not in daylight? We should be in daylight. We are in daylight. Why is that not working? That's bizarre. Why can you not see past that point? Night vision. You've got night vision. Daylight's on. You what? Sorry, mate.
Bonus action.
This squares houses.
If there is if there's a shadow with a square edge, it's more than likely a building. Yeah.
The next building. Is that possible?
I don't know. Possible. Yeah, I would think so.
For fuck's sake, what's happened here? Right.
What
can you see? Why can you all see only an oval?
It's the world playing tricks on us.
I know what it is. I've got a bizarre barrier that you shouldn't have. There we go.
Either swimming speed 40 feet.
Right, so Tabitha, I'm showing you a little bit more of the map here. From your vantage point, you can see that the path snakes from where Ducal is through to Wu is to where you are, where I've got you now, and then south. And there are
lots of plants.
there are quite a few buildings, a dozen or more buildings. There's a lot of plants, a lot of places for plants like this to hide. You also see between some of the plants there are these thick, heavy spider webs. But the one thing that stands out to you more than anything, and it isn't something you can see, it's something you can hear, is you can hear the sound of children laughing, children at play, coming from somewhere to the east of you.
Oh, that's creepy as fuck.
So, what was that then I just did there? Is that an action?
No, that's literally just you looking around. It's kind of like a free action.
Okay.
If you were in combat, that would be classed as an action. But because we're not in combat, because I'm playing a little bit fast and loose with the rules, I'm letting you do it as a free thing.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Got you well, Dave.
So you still moved, still got your action.
See, Johnny, I'm a kind GM.
The move actor.
When I'm not giving people emotional trauma.
Also,
emotional damage!
Flying through me.
Yeah, I think he has to go to the limits first, then, doesn't he?
I would think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, yeah.
It's a long time now. Can I have a little search about on the building that I am on top of?
Yeah, you can. This would be an action.
Yeah.
So give me it's your choice, investigation or another perception check, because this is to a specific area.
You go. So all the skills are down the bottom in a big list.
What are we doing? Investigation.
So which one? Investigation or what, Dave?
Or perception.
Perception then.
Yeah.
It's all well and good. Something I need to point out: whenever I give you a choice of two skills, it's all well and good going, oh well, I've got a better perception or a better investigation, but also the difficulty, the number you have to beat, varies depending on which skill you use.
Okay.
But that's pretty good, 19. So you have a bit of a look around the building that you stood up on top of the roof of. You straight away can see this was a simple, a one-story, one-room cottage. There was once a set of steps that headed up into a very small loft, which was maybe enough room for someone to sleep in, but they would have lived, eaten, and lived their lives on this ground floor. But you don't see anything that catches your eye, nothing shiny, nothing of value. You get the impression this place has been abandoned for a very long time.
Okay, cool.
And you're confident in that there is nothing else here as well.
Okay, so have I still got my movement left?
Yep.
Am I able to jump to another building?
Yeah.
Or do I have to get down and...
Yeah, sure. You want to? Do you want to jump across to this building?
Yes.
Okay, so jumping involves you can use your movement to jump up to a distance equal to your strength. If you jump a distance more than your strength, you have to make a roll. So, what is Tabitha's strength?
It's only, yeah, it's a 10.
It's a 10. That's a 10-foot gap. So
that's ideal, really.
Yeah.
So if you want, you can move south 1, 2, 3 squares, jump 2 squares to your right, and you won't need a roll for the jump.
Sure. Go.
Can you pop her on top of that corner? That's about as far as
sure.
you can get.
Yeah. And I'll give you a little blurb about what you see as you land on this roof and what you get the sense of. There's 2 buildings here side by side. You see another one to the east. It looks like there's, this building you're on is maybe 20 foot wide. Then there's a bit of a gap, and then another building just 20, maybe another 10 feet away. They look like they were maybe once maybe slightly more well-to-do homes. Maybe for shopkeepers or well-off farmers. It's hard to tell because time has consumed so much of these buildings. But all that remains of them now are collapsed walls and piles of debris. And the space between the 2 trees as well. There's a couple of trees, little trees, maybe 10, 15 years old, sprouting up between them. Yeah. Anything else?
So, Pat, you're going to get back to phone.
I just want you to know, Dave, I'm not on my phone, I am making notes.
I do not judge, but I do applaud note making. Everyone knows I'm a meticulous note maker.
I have got pages and pages of notes that I've made, Dave.
Good, I like that. I mean, I also have that for Alan and Hayden's game. Unfortunately, most of my notes make no sense and are written when I'm very drunk and say things like, must kill man in armory. I do have a page called The List in Alan's game, which is every NPC he's introduced that I will kill.
I'll just move Pat 4 squares.
But no, I do appreciate people note-taking. It shows that they're interested. It shows investment. It's cool.
Also got roll 20 on the phone as well, so you can click the bits and bobs on there.
I think I did give you all like a handout in Roll20 as well called Notes that you can use if you want. You don't have to, but it's there if you want it. Because as Alan says, no one will use it. Alan, you're muted, but I can tell you're being facetious.
I just was asking, has anyone used it, Dave?
Yeah. None of you are, but people in other games have. I mean, you were all.
I was just talking about this game, Dave.
Oh no, you're all absolute bastards. But Dave uses his notes in the other D&D game. But
so it was an accurate statement, is what you're saying?
Yeah, it was. You were right. Fuck off. Anyway, Tabitha, is that your turn? You got anything? Sorry, I'm getting really distracted tonight. I'm a little bit giddy. Darwin, your turn.
a heat stroke there.
Yeah, I think it is, honestly.
You've made too much steel.
All I've done for 2 days is sweat. I have not retained enough fluids, but hey, I'm doing a good job now.
Right, 1, 2, 11.
It's James, and I'm going to stop you there, James.
Yeah.
Got a little something for you. So the building you approach now features a weathered sign on the outside, to the side of the door that you're entering. It's quite a large building compared to the others that you've seen so far. And there is on this sign this charred image of what looks like a workhorse, and holding a flagon of ale in one hand. And there is a sign beneath it that you can't quite make out. The building itself is sagging and dilapidated, but it is more intact than the ruins you've just come from, the little hovel that you've just passed by. As you step closer, within about 5 feet of the building, excuse me, the building suddenly changes, and it appears almost completely intact. Its walls and roof look in much better condition, and then in the blink of an eye it changes again, and it appears to be twice its size with a second floor, and you're almost standing inside a wall of this building. It's a bit of a fucking strange situation. And then there is a sign hanging above the new door that you're very near now, and it changes to an image of a grinning, bearded dwarf holding a hammer, and the sign beneath this dwarf reads "The Laughing Smith." And then instantly, that's gone, the walls are gone, and it's back to this smaller one-story building that's maybe 30 feet by 20 feet, no, 30 feet by 15 feet, and again this sign that you can't quite read, featuring a horse holding a mug of ale.
So are these connected somehow?
What, sorry?
So are these two buildings here connected, or is it just one big building?
Yeah, that's one big building. So let me just hang on before you move any further. Let me just check what you can see. So yeah, you can see doors into the different halves of the building now.
Yeah. But well, that was me. I just dashed to there. So
cool.
Cool.
Is that you done there, Darwin?
Maps, Dave. Maps.
Yeah, just get. I'll sort you one out in a minute. I'm just making a few changes myself. So, okay. Darwin, I'd like you to make a perception check, please.
I think he's AFK,
You say something now. Oh,
yeah, I said I think he's AFK.
Alright, sorry.
I was AFK, I'll come back.
Come back, James. We need you to roll dice.
Mediocre. 12, Dave.
There's a smell in the air in here, and it's a vaguely familiar smell. Darwin, you stand there for a moment. You go, "What is that? Is that me?
Is it what? Beer?
Me?
Beer.
As in you, not me. That would be really weird." But yeah, it's a very earthy kind of smell, and for a moment it reminds you of your own odour.
Your own brand.
Weird.
Oh, okay. In here before one.
And then we're back to the top of the round, I think, unless you've got anything else.
It's where we reside as Muppet babies.
And I'm just going to roll a d20, and this honestly has nothing to do with anything. It's just me rolling dice. Okay. Darwin, for a brief moment, you once again find yourself in this large inn. A much bigger building than what you're currently in, and it's full of life, and the sounds and smells of people enjoying themselves and eating and drinking. There's the smell of mead and ale. There is roasting meat. There's maybe a dozen, maybe more patrons in here eating, feasting. There's music. Oh, people are having a great time. How did you not notice this before? And I need Darwin to make a wisdom saving throw. And he's not even there, is he? Motherfucker. Dukal, it's your turn.
Yeah, I'm going to just have a wander down the path. Zoom in a bit. And, keep your heads up for a smithy, Dave. That's my plan.
Okay, cool.
2, 3, 4. Do you dash the same distance again?
You do, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'll have a bit of a dash then. 1. Here we go.
Okay, cool. That you done?
That is me done, Dave.
Uther.
I'm gonna run after Dukal, I think.
Okay, I'm going to start. I'm going to give you a map now, Johnny, that will be a little out of date by the time it's your turn.
Okay.
But it'll let you start thinking about what you want to do.
Okay, cool. Cheers.
He says it absolutely spanners roll 20 into oblivion somehow.
That's my go there.
The right one.
There's Moxie, yeah?
Just a second, sorry. Yeah, I believe so. Until Darwin returns, at the very least. So yeah. So Uther, are you done?
Yeah, moving and dash. That's my go. Can you hear me all right, by the way?
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm moving and dashing. That's my go.
Moxie, it's you and Fergus.
Follow, I think. Where's?
So Uther and Dukal are heading that way.
Yeah.
Darwin headed up there, where that open door is in that building.
All right. Okay.
And Tabitha's on the roof of. Have you ever seen Tabitha? Tabitha's on the roof of this building, just above your icon.
Yeah.
On that corner.
All right. Just follow the group.
Go for it. Don't forget Fergus.
I won't forget Fergus.
Moxie, it sure is nice to be out and about in the wilds, but I don't recognise the species of any of these trees. Are they all those noncy trees you hear about that live elsewhere in the Fae?
Could be Fergus.
Well, along with those mechanical elves, from what I hear.
It's a strange land, Fergus. I don't know what's happening.
Everything is much greener than I expect.
Right, it's very pretty here. And magical.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, the Feywild's pretty fucking magical. This is much more mundane. I mean, I haven't seen a single singing snake.
It's Woo, but before I deal with you, Woo, I just want to skip back to Darwin. Why was I skipping back to Darwin? What the fuck was I skipping back to Darwin for? Oh yeah, sorry, Darwin. At the beginning of a new turn, you see this inn that you're in. obviously a dilapidated old inn. Once again, you see it as this much larger inn, and you see it as very lively, and there's people everywhere, people drinking, eating, there's music, pipe weed smoking in the air, and you suddenly realise, reality's bending around you. And then it's back to Woo.
Okay, good.
On Silent Hill.
Good. Roll my stealth.
Okay.
Click that. Stealth. Move this guy. Click on him. Oh no, I'm on measure. Sorry, that's what I sort of selected.
Happens a lot, that.
1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then that's 50 meters.
Okay. Cool.
10 squares.
Let me just
if you look at my action is going to be looking around and seeing if I can try and if anything resembles a smithy around here.
Sure, give me a perception check, please. Woo. And then I'm going to give you a little description, because that's a pretty good roll, 15. So, the house that you've just run past here looks pretty ruined and fucked up. Further southwest, there is a building here that you can see. And this appears to be in much better condition than the others. It's got a door which is open and reinforced with iron bands, and there are shutters protecting the windows. It has a roof, and there are vines and plants nearby, but they don't seem to be encroaching on the building like they have on the previous buildings you've seen. Also, what you see is southeast of you here, there is this thick spider web that seems to be blocking the path in places, and there is a building here southeastish of you that looks like it was maybe once some sort of shop.
Alright, okay, I'm going to
hang on. But the weirdest thing you see, Woo, is not these two shops. Northeast of you, as you turn and look up to this portion of the map, you see a group of children watching you. One of them is a young drow, a dark elf. One of them is a young tabaxi. One of them is a young hoblin. And one of them is a young fawn. And you see a couple of others that are hiding just out of sight in the shadows and in the bushes, and they all are watching you, and their eyes are wide with excitement, and they smile.
I'm going to hold what I'm going to say till someone run past me and then inform them about the terrain around them. Obviously, keep it down to my stealth.
Okay.
So, okay, that's the end of my turn.
Alright. Voldrun, you've seen the map, I think?
Yep.
What are you up to?
I'm just going to light a torch and move towards that spider webbing.
Okay, you just reminded me about the torch. Sorry, I just need to remove one of your torches for the previous.
Remove 2, so that'll be the second one I'm going to do. I'm going to light that.
Well, I'll just remove one for now because you're just lighting it. You've still got hold of it. So I'm going to move you. You're going to be moving through this bush, which is half movement. So that's 10, 20, 30 puts you. 30 puts you. I'm going to give you another little map, Johnny.
Okay, cool.
30 puts you about there.
I'm going to investigate this spiderweb area.
The spiderweb area is quite far away from you. You've used all your movement to get where you are on that map I've just sent you. You can use your action if you want to dash another 6 squares.
Yeah, do that.
Yep. Okay.
Yep, please.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to move you to about there. That's where you'd kind of end your turn, Johnny.
Cool.
Near Moxie and Fergus. Tabitha, you're still up on top of this building, and you can see your companions are moving around the path, sweeping around this building you're on top of. What are you up to?
No.
Search this one as well.
Yeah, can I search that building, please, now?
The one you're on top of? Yeah. Investigation or perception check, please.
Oops. What did I do, Maxine?
Last time you used perception.
Oh, I'm not investigating. Investigation.
Oh shit, one of these beers has burst. How's that happened?
Magic.
Yeah. Can I maybe can you use that to help you?
Yeah. Can I bring Pat up to help me, guys?
Hang on, I'm having issues here. So yeah, so Pat moves at the same time as you, so you can bring him up, and he can have a look as well. You can either what you can do is you can either make a roll for each of you, or you can give one of you or Pat can give the other one advantage if you spend a little bit more time looking at it. That's the best way of doing it in this situation, I think.
Yeah, I'd do that.
Yeah, well,
So get Pat to assist you, so then you can kind of roll.
Get Pat to assist me.
Okay, cool. Okay, so give me another investigation or perception roll, because it's basically it'd be him giving you advantage, and it will take this turn and your next turn. Okay. Okay. Where are we? Okay, cool. We'll come back to you on your next turn.
Okay, thank you.
Darwin, in this inn that you're currently hanging around in, there's a lot of noise, a lot of commotion. All these people that just seem to appear out of nowhere. The dimensions, the space, the smells, everything has changed, and it's really disorientating. You're not quite sure what's going on. You're definitely not in the same ruined building you were in just a moment ago. And then, out of nowhere, does a 14 hit you?
No.
What about a 15? Oh, 17?
Yeah.
So an 18 hits you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, something that slaps into your back. And you're not quite sure what it is, but you take 2 necrotic damage.
Okay, I've got, I'm down to 10 temporary hit points.
Okay. And then... as you're thinking, what just fucking hit me? Yeah, that was a bit rude. There is another slap on your back. And you take 8 necrotic damage.
Fuck off.
And then...
The only response to
as you're like, what sort of GM does this bullshit? Something else hits you. And you take... Hang on, no, you don't take any damage yet. You get hit twice this time. And you take 3 or 5 necrotic damage in total from another 2 hits. But you can't see what's hitting you. There's all these people just having a drink, eating some boar, some soup. Maybe it's Rashur soup, Johnny. Who knows? But they all seem to be having a great time. There's a lot of revelry, and you're getting hit, but you can't see what's hitting you. And that brings us to your turn, Darwin, and I'd like you to make a wisdom saving throw.
This is a bit griefy.
Oh god, just a second, that bit is horrible.
Well, allow me to get one of my own.
Your beer takes 8 necrotic damage, Dave.
Yes. Yes.
Sorry about that. I had a literally dodgy beer that was opened when I bought it in the shop, and I thought I'd try it. That was a bad idea.
Dave, it had taken 8 necrotic damage. So
yeah,
out of nowhere.
So you suddenly find yourself, Darwin, as you're smashed about a bit by this weird withering touch. The sounds and the sights and the smells withdraw, and the old, dilapidated inn sort of asserts its existence over this fictional inn that you've been seeing. The punters, the sounds, the sights, the music, the food, the drink all disappear, and you once again find yourself in this ruined place, being attacked by these 4 large, angry mushrooms. And they have these little tendril arms that are just like slapping you, and each touch stings and hurts. And it's your turn, Darwin. What would you like to do?
Well, I will hit this one with my aura. Well, first of all, I'll just try it with my staff, I think.
Okay.
We don't go to Thundertree.
I think
you've just rolled damage without a hit. How have you managed that?
I don't know. I just clicked on it.
I think what Dave's saying is roll to hit first.
Yeah.
The other side of it.
Oh, I see. Never mind.
You should be able to click on the word of the attack and it'll do it. There we go. That's a hit. So we'll do 9 bludgeoning damage because you've already rolled that. You smack it with your... Is it a staff you have?
It is, but it's a staff. But then there's also D6 symbiote damage.
Okay, give me a D6.
There we go. No. Alright, just 1 extra necrotic.
10.
And it can have my reaction as well. So take that.
Ooh, the spore cloud smacks it, and this thing looks. It looks like it's seen better days as a result of that. It didn't enjoy it. Wait, no, that's not right. 8, 10, 14. You did, didn't you? Yeah. It seems to reel back. It looks like you've really fucked this particular one up, but the others are still approaching and still slapping at you with their stinging little fingery tendrils. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm gonna shout for assistance.
Okay, so you can shout contact. Let's pretend we're in Rainbow Six. Yeah. So Darwin, that's you done. Dukal, you're close enough. You hear the cry of this from this building northwest of you. What else do you see? Let me just check what else you see. You don't see much. You see a few other buildings further south and stuff like that, but you do hear the call of Darwin in trouble from the north. What would you like to do?
I will answer the call.
What could possibly go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong? I've done it. 1, 2, 3, 6. Okay, then I will attack the one on the. Oh, the only one I can hit. So.
Yeah, go for it.
This is dark. Come on. Alright, there we go. Yeah. So, how do I turn rage off, Dave? I'm not raging until I'm at the first strike. I don't win it. It's double reading.
Yeah, so you only rage as long as you damage or take damage, don't you? So yeah, you should just be able to untick the rage box in the middle of your attacks where it says rage damage.
Punched yourself in the face last turn, Ed.
I'm just doing this weird thing.
You can always rely on you, Hayden, to look for the loophole.
There's actually an FAQ that says it depends on your subclass.
No punching yourself in the face.
No, some barbarians can punch themselves in the face, but they do insane damage to themselves.
Actually, a bonus. I can do it as a bonus action.
Cool.
Rage, so
yeah.
I'll do that before I attack.
Okay. So you're raging again?
Yeah, raging. Yeah. So 42, 42. Right. So here we go.
Oh shit!
That is a hit, and that's a crit.
Nice.
Quick damage.
There we go. Yeah, you come charging in behind Dokal, and you see one of these violet fungus things clawing at Dokal with his little spore-like tendrils, and you just take the top off the mushroom. And because it was a crit, I'm also going to let you slice it up as it falls. It looks like it would make a nice addition to a breakfast. But that is the first of the violet fungus dead. Anything else?
Do I know anyone who eats mushroom?
Would you what? Sorry.
Do I know anyone that eats mushroom?
You know, Moxie's like a bit into mushrooms.
Oh!
I mean, you know, that Moxie's entire character is built around mushrooms and looking after little mushroom people. So you would be aware.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna say I know Moxie's behind me because I've run past her. I'm gonna go, "Oi, Moxie! After we've dealt with these, like, you can have something to eat."
Whoa! What a treat!
Yeah, I can't do anything else though. I've moved the blocking the door hole for anyone else to get in.
Fair enough. Uther, you see Dokal suddenly veer off, head up there. You hear what he says to Moxie. You hear this familiar sound of his battle axe slicing through something. What are you up to?
I've heard Darwin call for help, right?
You have, yeah.
Make a move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can't get past Darwin.
Let me just check the map. So you can move through allies as long as there's an empty square to occupy.
Okay, so I'll make a move and I'll make a dash, and I'll dash to this location. Okay. That's Mike.
Yep, cool. Moxie, it's you.
We're up there.
Next up is Wu, and after that is Voldrun. So, Voldrun, I'm going to start giving you a bit of a view of what you can see.
Cool, cheers, dude.
So you can have a think about it. There you go.
Cool.
So yeah, you've seen them all dash into this room up north here. And you see all these strange mushroom things that are like 4 or 5 feet tall.
All right.
In fact, you can make a nature check. Now I think about it.
Get my knife and fork out. Dinner time!
No, you I've got a torch so I can light a fire for us to make, you know what I mean? So you can
Oh, mushroom stew, mushroom soup, mushroom tea.
mushroom sorbet.
Sorry, what am I doing?
Nature check, please. You're not at advantage, so it'd just be the 20. You know your mushrooms, you know your fungi. Wait, there's a pun there somewhere. You're not sure what these are. They're not something you've seen before, but they're clearly a bunch of twats. They're clearly aggressive, they're clearly nasty creatures, and you watch as they attack your companions. And even though you don't know much about them, you realise that their camouflage is incredible. They look like normal mushrooms. And you realise that it's their touch, their simple touch, can cause a lot of harm. And they seem to be capable of touching you quite often. But you don't know what they are.
Okay.
Even with that roll of a 20. So it's still your turn. Moxie, what are you up to?
I don't know really. I've got a fucking stomachache. I don't know what's wrong with me.
I know what's wrong with you. You've got stomachache.
I don't feel very well, to be honest.
Does that stop you telling me what your turn is?
Yeah, I might have to Bannatyne.
Sorry, I'm such a prick. Anyway.
Yeah, you are actually an asshole.
I can't help it. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Hey, you've got through the wall.
Yeah, I didn't mean to.
I don't know how you did that.
I can't go back.
I'll help you.
Magic. Magic.
Right.
I mean, she is a bit of a weird interdimensional being, so.
I might just move here behind.
Yeah.
Through the.
You can see that mushroom chap, that violet fungus that's there.
Alright.
You can see that. It's not. It is in melee, so it would be disadvantage.
Oh, fire at him.
Go for it. Give me a firebolt.
How do you know I was going to use firebolt?
Because that's what you're going to use. That's what you do. Uh, 11 hits. Roll damage. That's 7. Okay, so you hurl this firebolt into this creature, and it does do a significant amount of damage. And it sort of takes the top of the cap off the mushroom, and it's a flame now. It's burning. Anything else?
I'm going to say, ha! Roasted mushrooms for tea!
Okay. Is Fergus doing anything?
What can he do?
If you look on his character sheet, it tells you, but basically, he can't really fight, but he can assist other people.
No, he'll just stay where he is for now.
But if he gets hit, he pretty much dies in one hit. So.
No, he's going to stay here.
Okay, cool. All right, Woo.
For a self-check.
Okay. You do have a previous stealth check as well, so don't worry about that one too much.
Four, 5, 8, 9, 10. Look, see if you want to dash. Let's just I'm going to go into this area. Down here with a dash. I'll just stay this far away from the door.
Okay.
So, okay, that's me.
Okay, I'm watching you. Yeah, the building that you're approaching, Woo, looks out of place. It's nice. It's a really nice little cottage. Yeah, I've already described it to you, but yeah, it looks like it doesn't belong here.
It's like where those kids have come out of.
So, Voldrun, let me give you an updated map. So you've got a very recent one, but things have moved a little bit. I'm just going to give you a little glimpse of that. Mainly Moxie has moved. There you go. What would you like to see?
Okay. So there's some combat going on in there. Looking a bit crowded.
It is.
Okay.
Set the building on fire.
That is tempting, but I'm going to resist the urge this time. I'm going to cast some dancing lights into that building just to, I don't know, just to see if that does anything, or to illuminate it, just to try and maybe dispel this illusion of what's going on in there. Like, you know, the tavern. Yeah, because it's like just to see, so they can see better what they're fighting against. If that's helpful in any way, I don't know.
Cool. Dancing lights, just a second. Let me just see where you can see that. So you can see diagonally pretty much along this line.
Yeah.
Into the building. Oh, ignore that first bit with a bit of a weird kink in it. You can basically see from where Dukal is northeast. You can place your dancing lights along that line if you want.
I will, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to put one on Dukal, one on Uther, one there, and they do immediately light up the building. It is a bit grim in here. It's not pitch black, but it is on the dark side. Anything else for you, from you, Voldrun?
After that, I'm going to sort of. I'm going to put the torch in the ground, like not like just not put it out, but just like sort of stick it in the ground, and then make to reach for my bow again.
Yep, cool. Yeah, you can do that. So it'll be. I think it's an action to cast your dancing lights. Put that in the ground. It'll be a free action. Draw your bow. I'd kind of let you do that as well for free.
Cool.
So you're just holding, are you?
Yeah, just holding for the minute.
Okay, cool. Tabitha, you're still up on this building. What are you up to?
Her turn is finishing that search.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The previous roll was a, where was it? Let me just scroll up. A 9. Okay. She can see down in the ground somewhere around here where I'm clicking. There's something glinting in the floorboards, and she realizes it's a few coins.
Oh, we'll go get them. Get them.
Hoot. A necrotic hand grabs
Sorry,
your.
I just accidentally muted my own speakers. Sorry. What were you? Did you say anything there? Say again.
Where are they? In the floorboards?
Yeah. So you're up on the roof still, but down in the floor, the floorboards are all broken, and you can see like beneath the broken floorboard there is a glint of metal that you realise is some coins.
They're a couple of dangerous to go in. They've got a mage hand today. That can pick them up. Can I send my little mage hand to go pick those up for me?
Yeah, I think is Mage Hand a what is Mage Hand? I can't remember. It's cantrip. Yeah, so it's an action. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's enough there. You can pick them up, and the Mage Hand scoops up some coins. It's not very far from you, so it can return to you as well. And you find 6 copper and 43. Sorry, 6 silver and 43 copper.
Lovely.
Nice.
3.
So that was the rest of your turn, wasn't it? Meanwhile, we've still got the violent fungus, or are they violent fungus? Who knows? Back in the building, the mushrooms seem angry. There's one here that's going to attack Uther. And it's going to swing its little tendrily arms at you, Uther. and it's going to make 4 attacks against you. The best one is a 14, which I don't think hits you, does it?
It's 19 for me, though.
Yep, so they just bounce off you. You're just basically getting slapped by wet, mushroomy tendril arms. It doesn't really harm you at all. But the one in the middle does the same to Darwin, and it's going to attack you with another 4 attacks. Darwin, a 24, or a 23, actually. 22.
Okay.
I don't think a 9 hits you, does it?
17 plus. Well, yeah, 17 is my AC.
Okay. You take another 6 necrotic damage from many slaps, but only 1 gets through. And then the third mushroom is going to also attack you, Darwin, because it can't push through. Another 4 attacks.
Okay, now.
18.
Yeah, that's a hit as well, unfortunately.
That's another 2 necrotic damage on you, Darwin.
Oh.
And then it's your turn, Darwin.
16, 11, I've taken 26 health. Right, I'm going to cast my Thundertree again, because I've just realised that when I lose the temporary hit points, I lose my wild shape. So, get my 12 back again. Right, bonus action, I will stick down... Oh, actually... Is anyone else here taking damage, or is it just me?
You should be able to see health bars, but it's pretty much... Cal's taken a little bit, but not much.
Alright, let me just have a look at this. Do I want that? Right, that's an action. Bonus. Right, I will cast Healing Spirit. One of my level 2 slots. The bonus action. And whenever a creature you see moves into the spirit space for the first time, right, and then I'm going to heal myself for D6. So it can heal 1 plus 3, which is my spellcasting modifier. So it's got 4 heals in it.
Okay.
And don't know if I'm not going down, so I'll just roll. Hey, heal 6.
Okay, so that's like an AoE thing that stays there, isn't it?
It is, yeah. So, intangible spirit appears in the space. Oh, I'll just. There you go.
Here you go. You cover on the 5-foot cube. Yep. And whenever a creature you can see moves, you're a creature you can see moves to the spirit. So, okay, so anyone that moves to the space you're in takes D6 healing.
Okay.
Cool. Anything else, Darwin? You got anything else, James?
No, that's it. That's my action to recast the shroom form and heal.
Cool.
Get my healing deep.
Top of the round, the reality of the building you're in seems to exert itself even harder, Darwin. Whatever it was you experienced when you thought you walked into this lively inn is fading fast right now. It looks like a very run-down place with some giant fucking mushrooms that are attacking you. Anything else? Sorry, were you saying something?
Yeah, so this one can take my reaction.
The one north of you?
Yeah, one that's already taken a bit of damage.
Okay, cool.
And actually, I've just realised as well that so take that, but you get your Constitution save against my spell thingamy, which is 15, I think.
That is a 12 plus
Plus
12,
3, yeah.
so yeah, he fails that. So he takes 7 damage.
DC 13.
You got anything else, James? I know you've got
No.
a lot of overlap.
Oh yeah, it says con saved and negate on it. Yeah, no.
Yeah, so he takes that damage. He's looking pretty fucked up.
No, that's my reaction bonus and
Uther.
action.
It's Dakar before me, Dave.
Oh, sorry. Where's Dukal gone off the... I've somehow skipped over Dukal. But Dukal, it's your turn. Sorry.
I won't know that he's cast that spell, will I, for healing? Or do I?
You will see a shimmery, weird thing in his space. I'm going to say, let's make your choice, Arcana or Nature roll.
I'm going to go for nature, Dave, because I've got nature. So that makes sense.
Remember, I am a generous, benevolent DM.
But first, you must kneel.
But you must earn my boon. Okay, so on an 18, Dukal, you've been fighting alongside Darwin for a little bit of time now, and you see this shimmery bullshit going on around him, and you recognise it as it has a sort of shimmery glow about it that his other healing he has done to you has. It doesn't look harmful. You're smart enough to realise if you run through that, you think it's going to help you.
Okay, so as I go through to fight the guys, I'm going to run through his space, basically, and I've got plenty of movement to get there.
Yeah, so let's try restoring D6 to Ducal.
There you go. So you gain 6 hit points.
Thank you.
Now you must worship at the altar of Dave. Bring sufficient sacrifice.
Carry on.
Right then, so with my first attack, I'm going to attack the one directly south of me.
You'll get advantage because I think Uther didn't attack that. Or did you? Or did it attack?
I dashed there, Dave. But I think he gets it just for the location and where I'm stood.
Okay, yeah.
I think so anyway. I'm not
as well, so
Let's say yes. Let's do that shit.
Okay. I'll put advantage on them.
Yep.
So remind me to take it off because I will.
Right. By the way, if anyone misses any of these giant mushrooms, they should be mocked. That's all I'll say. But that's a hit. Yep. So roll damage.
Damage.
14. Yeah. You do cleave into this thing quite harshly, quite heavily. You do a lot of damage. Anything else, Takal?
I have my other attack, so if he's still alive, I will hit the same one.
He's still alive, yep.
So my offhand.
Also a hit. And yeah, that's enough. You kill that. What the hell? Oh, there we go. It's not a competition, but that is your 3rd kill of the night.
Yeah, not competition, but I've got one. Anyone else?
So yeah, that's dead. Just a sec, Uther. I think Dukal, are you done?
I'm done, mate. Yeah, that's everything I can do.
So I think it's Uther. Just give me 1 second. Yeah. Your turn next. Okay, Uther, what are you up to?
I like to move to. I don't know if I can. I guess I can't move to this square because I just got blocked my movement. So
no, you can.
I want to move to that one. Yeah, I can't actually make that move. So.
Yeah, you can't move to that one, but you can move to where you are now. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll make an attack on this fungus. Cool. I'll use great weapon style.
I think that's advantage as well for Darwin, south of you.
Huh? That's certainly what I was trying for. So where do we roll? Where is it?
It's your mall, I believe.
So you click on the name of the mall, right?
Yep.
That didn't seem to do anything. Don't know. Is that it? Because it doesn't seem to be doing anything when I click on it.
Why is it
Maybe
doing
somewhere
anything?
else. Don't know, it must be somewhere else. Oh, it's a different bit. There we go.
In the attacks bit, not in your inventory.
Yeah, so it's 20.
Yeah, that's a hit, definitely.
So damage.
If you just click on in the chat, if you click on Silvered Maul, that'll roll you damage. So that's 18 on this fungus here, and that is you just smash overhand straight through this fungus, splatting it everywhere.
Then bonus attack on this fungus. If I kill one, I get to make another hit.
Yeah, cool.
So it's that one. Oh, again, we're great. I think I've put it on advantage when it shouldn't be. So I think it's just a 4. So that's probably a miss.
A 4.
I don't think I get advantage there.
Right? You're not on the one to your southeast. No. You swing at it and you think you're going to hit it, and at the last moment it just moves a little bit. And it just skims the side of its head. You very nearly hit it.
It's near enough, right?
Yeah, but not enough to damage it. So, anything else, Uther?
I'm gonna go blast. That's my go.
Moxie is currently in the toilet. Look at this. Look at this. Is this the most chilled out cat you've ever seen? She's just like... she's like, I live here now. That's Les Sausage.
I love sausage.
Right, okay. Just in time. It's your turn. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Leon, I've got my noise cancelling headphones on. You know how you can't hear me? I can't hear you right now. We're sat 5 foot apart, but what were you going to say?
I said next time it's this sort, I'm doing it downstairs with laptop.
I mean, that's fine. Absolutely no problem.
Yeah.
And the smell will be much easier to deal with. So, it's your turn.
I can't go on much longer tonight. I'm going to have to go downstairs, seriously.
It's your turn.
Yeah, alright, no bed.
It's so easy to wind up. It's such fun.
Don't piss me off today.
Why not?
Because everyone's pissed me off today. Everyone. You don't even know.
Leanne had an altercation with a man who left his children in a supermarket and went home.
He did. He left his 2 kids in the house in the supermarket at like 5 to 4, and he said it'd be 5 minutes. And 25 minutes later, 20 minutes after the door shut, he was still just waiting around.
So Johnny, Hayden, Ed, if you ever doubt yourself as a parent, and Alison too, if you ever doubt yourself as a parent, always ask yourself the question, have you ever gone to Morrison's and gone, oh, I forgot my card, I'm just going to leave my kids here and go get my card, and then fucked off for 45 minutes? Have you ever done that? Because, 25. Because if you've never done that, you're a better parent than that guy.
The store was shut. The doors were shut. Literally, they were locked in.
I mean, I think I work with that guy. He sounds like he's that level of retard.
You look like a fucking knobhead.
Yeah, I work with people like that. It's your turn anyway, Leanne. What are you doing?
Is this one of them?
That's Darwin. But there is one. There is one here. If you can get line of sight to the one here, I'm clicking. You can attack it.
I can't really.
You'd have to go in the building.
Alright, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Uther, did you attack that guy? You did, didn't you? So it'd be disadvantaged because Uther's already engaged it. But give me an attack with whatever spell you're using. I won't presume that you're using Firebolt this time because you told me off last time.
Well, guess what I'm using?
Firebolt. A 10. A fucking 10? Yeah, that's enough actually. Yeah, that hits. Roll damage.
Ooh.
9. Yeah, you actually do significant damage to this mushroom person. Can you make an intelligence test for me, please, Moxie? And have you got anything else? Over on the far left, your intelligence will be.
What do you mean? Have I got anything else?
Right on the far left, on the main stats, look. You were on it then on the. That's an intelligence saving throw. I'll figure it out. Have you got anything for a bonus action? Any more movement? Anything like that?
I mean, I can run back out. Is that allowed?
Yeah, sure.
I'll do that then.
See ya.
See ya.
There's, as you hit this creature, you see that it's distressed, and you realise that there are another 3 creatures like it dead around the room, and you begin to piece this together, and you realise that although these creatures aren't Fey and they aren't the kind of mushrooms you're used to, they clearly share a similar network. They understand each other's pain and feelings and emotions, and you realise all this as you hit this one. And then it's Woo. Is it Woo? Yeah, then it's Woo's turn.
Okay. I'm going to move over this door and try it.
It opens. You should be able to click on it.
Oh. Nice.
Okay. And as you open the door, Woo, this small house is definitely a much better conditioned place than all the others. But there is this smell, like a smell of slightly rotten fruit and veg that washes over you. It's not particularly strong, but it's definitely there. You realise this was someone's home recently, and not just like the rest of the village that looks like it might be jumping in and out of time. You realise that this is a recent home. Someone has been living here. There is a small bed. Too small for most people, but big enough for you. There is baskets of produce, veg, fruit. Some of it is past its best, but some of it is still edible. There are a few ceramic pots with a few almost dead plants that, they need some really serious TLC to survive their neglect. In the centre of the room there is a cauldron full of what looks like mould, and there's a bit of a horrible smell coming from it. You think that might have been left there a week or more, but it looks like it's quite a recent thing, unlike the rest of the village. The northern wall has a table which is covered in alchemical equipment.
Okay. Any paper on there or any notes you can take?
You can make a perception check if you want. Uh, 14. Okay. Yeah, there's no paper or anything like that. There are a few bundles of herbs, a few small glass vials, things like that. But you're not really sure. Nothing is familiar to you.
I'll use the rest of my turn to come out of that place then. And those 4 moves. Right.
All right. Is that the end of your turn?
1 minute. 2 more moves. You can move on to someone else. I'm just moving up.
Cool. Johnny, I'm sending you your latest picture.
Cool. Not you. It's not you sprawled out on a load of D&D books, is it?
I mean, I wouldn't have that many. They're all digital.
Just on a computer then. On a computer screen.
Just laying on my laptop. Paint me like one of your laptop girls.
Covered in dice.
Like this.
Pretty much like that, yeah. Okay.
Just be a few more.
Map load up. There we go. There we go. Breathe. Hang on a second. Okay, so Morgan. Okay, DeCarl. Darwin. Okay, I'm gonna move. Can I move up to Darwin and try and heal him?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely you can.
Yeah, I'll do that then.
Okay, so you step up alongside Darwin. Let me just check Darwin. Where is the wee bugger? He's not massively hurt, but he has taken some damage.
Yeah.
But you do have Cure Wounds.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, you're gonna cast it at level 1.
Yeah.
Cool. So Darwin, in this rare show of generosity from this drow, he comes alongside you and he lays a hand on you, and he heals you for. Where's my D8? There it is. He heals you for surprisingly 9 hit points, Darwin.
Yeah.
There you go.
Gratitude, brother.
Gratitude.
Don't mention it.
Anything else?
No, I mean, seriously, don't mention it. I have a rep to protect. And he's just put his hood down.
You got anything else?
No, I'm gonna draw. I'm gonna keep the bow just ready, not like take an arrow out and knock the bow, just in case.
Yeah, cool. Tabitha.
Still on the building?
Yeah, we're still down here.
Still stood on top of the building. There's been this fight going on northeast of you. You found a few coin. You've also seen. You can also see from where you are. Wu has moved. I'm just going to move you, Tabitha, so you can see. But Wu moved to this building here, where I'm clicking. Went inside, only for a few seconds, and then he left. And now you can see he's over here. Look, moving around. So I'm going to put you back. What are you doing?
Say there's 2 buildings next to each other.
Yeah, the building you're on now is about 20 foot wide. Then there's a 10-foot gap, which you can easily leap. And then there is another building.
Yeah, leap over to the next building, please, and have a look around.
Okay, I'm going to move you there, if that's okay. And you can start having a look around here, and you can give me another investigation or perception roll if you'd like, while you're looking around this building.
How are you over Familiar's flying?
Say again?
What are you so potentially how Familiar can fly? Or are we banning flight on Familiars as well as
No, the flight isn't banned, mate.
Oh, okay.
Flight was never banned, flight was restricted.
Yeah.
Familiars can fly, that's fine. If they have the ability to fly.
It needs to change his shape. Is that an action?
Yeah. Yeah, but that's okay. Because he's got an action and he's got a move. And he can move. Actually, he can fly 8 squares. Due to your Act of the Chain upgrade. So he could fly up to where you are and help you.
Can cut the rat turn into a bat?
Oh.
As you, Tabitha, not Batrat, as you leap onto this new building and you look down, you can see the floor in this next building is, again, quite rotten wood, but in one corner, the floor is mostly this large flagstone, and you can see a glint of something metallic beneath it.
So,
At the bat. gauge that move.
Well, does he need to fly? He's already up there, isn't he?
He's way back here.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Why have I finished have I finished what I can do?
Yeah, I think so. Well,
yeah, for this turn, yeah.
Yeah. So you kind of jumped and moved over to there.
Okay. So I can... The Pat's action would be to...
Shapeshift.
And then I will fly over.
Yeah, we'll join you on top. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
What's my action?
What shape is Pat shifting into?
A bat.
A bat?
Yeah.
You can only shift into shapes that rhymes with his name.
Voldron and Moxie, I'd like you to make a perception check, please.
Dave.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, absolutely. I apologise. I am your slave, and you are my master. I completely forgot about that.
Dave, don't forget it, Dave.
I'm sorry. My Dark Lord, please.
Hit yourself.
Do not
hit yourself
me.
now.
Ooh. Okay, cool. Let's do it like this. Because Leanne's got a 20, let's do it like this. Voldron, you hear a sound and you turn around and you look behind you. You're pretty certain Pat the Rat was behind you a few feet a minute ago, but you look around and he's gone. But you can hear this rustling and you're looking around and you think, yeah, he was definitely here, but he's gone. But that movement I can hear must be him. But Moxie, you hear the sound and you turn and you see Pat the Rat leap into the sky and wings just form under his arms and he flaps like, you know, that annoying way bats do, where they're like really desperate to get where they're going. Absolutely furious. They must get to the light, and you see Pat the Rat flying into this building south of you right now, and he disappears into the hole in the roof. And Tabitha's just stood on top of the roof watching him do this. You think you know that Pat the Rat is not a rat at all.
You reckon?
Wait, this is weird. Well, actually, technically, the imp has to be a rat, a raven, or a spider. But in raven form, it's got fly 60 feet.
Yeah.
Okay, but due to investment of the Chainmaster, the familiar gains either flying speed or a swimming speed of 40 feet.
It's a fucking
bat,
mate.
So it be a rat and fly.
I mean, it's a bat.
Okay.
James, fuck the rule book. It's a rat, right?
Burn it.
I just wondered if you could get little bat wings.
Yeah, it's a rat. I'm not saying it's a bat. I'm saying it's a rat with wings, and it can fly. And fuck the rules. This is what I'm doing with it.
Nice.
Is it that
rat?
It's not committed to a form.
I mean, you know, it might look like Mickey Rourke later. Who knows? But right now, it's having a great time. Pat the Rat is.
After he's flown into a few doors, Dave.
Yeah. the thing I like about D&D is its ability to let you play fast and loose with the rules, and I will be doing. So So Pat the Rat is down in the room with you right now, having a look around.
Yeah, please.
Anything else, Tabitha?
Can I do anything else?
I don't know. I don't know what you did that turn, really. I'm kind of winging this.
I walked across to the other...
Oh, you're on the other building, aren't you? And you have seen, there is this flagstone. You think there's something under the flagstone.
So is jump part of the move? Can she mage hand that? Is mage hand a bonus or is mage hand an action?
I think it's an action. I could be wrong.
I think it's
Oh, well, you've still got your action.
Yeah. So can I mage hand that?
Sure. You're mage handing the rock.
Is it under the rock?
Well, you can see a glint under this quite large rock that's maybe 3 foot by 4 foot. It's quite a large piece of rock. But it's not heavy. You think you could maybe mage hand it.
Mage hand to lift?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay, you lift that.
Let's have a look.
Okay, cool. That would end your turn there.
Cool.
I'm gonna go for a wee, but before I do, Who's in charge of loot? Is it you, Alan?
I'm not in charge of anything, Dave.
Really? I thought I would have put you in charge because you're kind of trustworthy. But
I mean, if you think I'm trustworthy, Dave, I mean, you've got a very poor level of perception.
no, I just have shit friends.
No, I normally do that, but I'm normally less wasted than I am tonight.
Okay,
so
well,
I
fair, that's fine.
I haven't done any such thing.
Well, I'll
so,
tell you what, Alison's found this. Alison can add this to her character sheet. Alison, as you lift the rock out of the ground, you see this bulging coin purse, a bulging sack, if you will, that's open at the top, and there are a number of medium to high denomination coins in this sack. So Alison can add.
The sack overflowing?
No, not yet. But it can be next time. But Alison, not the group. Alison can add, not the group. Let me stress it again. Not the group, but Alison can add 700 copper pieces, 160 silver pieces, and 90 gold pieces. I'm going to have a wee before I wet myself. I'll be right back.
90. 18, and what's it, 700?
Yeah.
Oh, no, 8. 7. Yeah.
Open up your chair.
Welcome. Yeah. Blow the mood.
Please. You want to come? That's a pizza breakfast.
Oh.
What was that? Onion sandwich. Yeah. With the bandit. Go, baby. Dave? I know you take the first on the thing. Which birthday do you choose what you want to do? Look at myself.
Tabitha, are you done?
I believe so.
Okay, I'm going to. The last fungus is going to hit with only 1 hit, which it doesn't hit on a fucking 2.
So it can, at the start of its turn, take that.
It absolutely will, yeah. And it's looking really weak now. It stumbles. It's not quite dead. But yeah, it doesn't really do much. And then it's you, Darwin.
Some kind of war of fungus going on, man. It's all cool.
Ah, the mushroom wars. We all remember them.
I'm gonna move to there and whack it.
I remember the mushroom war that took place in my living room once. There was a number of sides. Alan was a brave commander in that battle, but he lost.
Mushrooms won. The mushrooms won that
He
one.
couldn't hold back the darkness, could you, Alan?
Well, it's more of a rainbow light day, but no, the mushrooms definitely won in that war.
Fucking right, they did. And I remember really wanting to come to your aid and help, but I was having such a good time that I was just like, "Oh, Alan! Oh, if only you could see what I could see."
Well, I'm glad to be of amusement to my.
Oh, you definitely were that night.
But 23 to hit and then a 9 damage did them one way around again.
Cool, that's fine. Yes, Alan, the point of that story is that you're alive, we can all laugh about it. That's good enough.
That's good enough.
Yeah, so, Darwin, you smash this fungus to pieces with your mace, and immediately this threatening presence that you've been feeling, Darwin, since you entered this place, this promise of change and glimpses of the past and future just seems to dissipate and you're left with just this forlorn gallery, this inn that once was, this building of ruination that clearly wasn't particularly lucky, and it's scorched and blackened in places. Give me a nature check. Okay. We're out of combat. Dokal, what would you like to do?
I'm going to appear to the left there. I've got a bit of move left.
Yeah, cool. Sorry, I didn't realise you still had. Yeah, that's fine.
I suppose I can do a quick search of the place while I'm here.
Okay. Investigation or perception, please.
Go for perception. I've got that. I see nothing, Dave.
Yeah, you look around and you realise this was once an inn. But if there was ever anything of value, you think it was long since taken. You still have movement, Dokal, if you want to move.
Then I will. Move back out. Can I dash as well now? Or
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Yeah, we're out of combat, so I'm a bit looser with the rules here.
There we go. Nearly back to where I was.
Cool. Uther.
I'll make a move and a dash. 1, 2, 3. Be a young Uther over there.
Oh yeah, by the way, Dokal, at the end of your turn, as you move to where you are, you glance through the trees and you see this collection of children. You don't recognise any of them, but there is a young tabaxi, a young fawn, a couple of young humans, a young drow, a young hoblin, which is weird because you've only ever met one before. One of the young humans does look familiar to you. He looks about 8 years old and he's already got stubble, and you realise it's you as a child. And Uther, you clock the same thing, and you see this young child, this young human child with stubble, and you go, "Is that me? Oh no, that's not me." But the one behind him is. And there's another young human there, and he's wearing my first chainmail set, and he's got my first symbol of Baphomet around his neck. And you realise it's you. You don't remember ever wearing such things, dressing in such a way, but it is clearly you. Anything else to Cal? Oh, and Uther?
No, I'm good.
No, it's going to contemplate the weirdness.
It's your turn. So what's happening right now is Uther, and because you have a habit of moving away just before your turn, Uther and
the dryer.
Uther and Dokal have just moved southeast of your position, and they've looked through an opening to a glade, I suppose, and they've seen these children. And they look like an assortment of children of various races, and each of them have recognised a child of their own. Uther was a bit confused for a moment. He thought one of the other children was him, but it turns out, no, it was the other one. So it's over to you. What are you doing?
Where are these children?
Well, Uther and Dokal have seen them. You don't know. You haven't seen them. You know. Stop metagaming, Leanne. Jesus.
I'll murder you. Come over here. Just gonna follow. La 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 la.
Cool.
Oh, actually, I'll go in here. Yeah. I'll gather up some mushrooms.
Okay. Cool.
Priorities are important, I think.
Yes.
I'm gonna give you a choice here. You can make a nature. Wait, no. Yeah, I don't do this often, but I'm going to give you a choice of nature, perception, or survival. And Johnny, in the run up to it being your turn very soon, I'm giving you a picture of what you can see.
Go.
Nature, perception, or survival. Yeah.
Great. Fine. Had enough for today. Sorry. Nature then.
Okay. Okay. You're not entirely sure what these creatures are. They're not from the Fae, but they are definitely fungal creatures, similar to Fergus and his kin. But they are definitely not Fae-based. But you think the right person with the right skills could maybe do something with their meat.
Delicious meat. Why are you just looking at me like that?
What do you want to do about that?
I'm taking the meat. Told you.
You're harvesting the mushroom people, are you? Okay.
I'm back in Thundertree harvesting small creatures.
Again, we've been here before, haven't we? Okay, so give me another nature roll. While I make a note that Moxie is harvesting the mushroom folk again. 2 campaigns, exactly the same.
Hey, can Valdrin cook?
I mean, most people can cook basic stuff, but to cook stuff that is beneficial is a totally different ballgame. But there is the ability to make very useful, powerful food. I think Darwin can, can't he?
Yeah.
Darwin can make really powerful food.
I'll make drow mushroom steaks.
Yeah. So Moxie, add to your character sheet 1 unit of mushroom meat, and I must insist you use the word meat. Woo, it's you now.
Think about mushroom meat.
Delicious. I don't give empty threats. I'm eating
stores in the area.
Can finally make themselves useful.
Embrace the chaos.
Go any further, I'm going to make a stealth check.
Okay.
And I'm going to try and creep down this path.
Okay, so yeah, you're moving into a position now where it's slightly difficult terrain, so it's going to halve your movement from where you are now on.
Well,
no, it actually will. It will. This is different. This is to do with the spider webs that are crossing the path. So you have to halve your movement to slink around the spider webs. It's a little bit different. It's a little bit gamey, I know, but trust me, it's better that you do it. Trust me. So you're moving that way.
Which the webs?
I'm going to wait here, actually. I hold an action for anything, or shall I search a house? Fully searching. I'll hold an action for us all to regroup.
Entirely up to you, mate. It's your turn.
I don't go out too far and get eaten by spiders. I'm only small. I'm going to hold my action.
He's learning, Helen. Clever girl.
Behaviour. Very, very sensible behaviour.
Okay, so you're just hanging around where you are now, yeah? Just double check what you can see. So from where you are, Woo, you can see to the northeast. You can see this collection of children that are watching you, and they're all smiling. They look excited. There's a tabaxi, a fawn, a couple of humans, a young turtle, a young drow, and there is a fucking hoblin. You haven't seen a hoblin since you left home. And this one is staring at you and his eyes are wide and he grins. And, you know, it doesn't take much for you to realise as you look at him that he is you. Aged about 7 years old. This is young Wu. Before, all the shenanigans that led you to the temple, this is young Wu.
I need a designated fragrance fridge for mine.
Hey, hi, young Wu. I'm just gonna leave young Wu smiling wide-eyed.
He's not said anything to you. He's just staring at you. But he seems to be happy. He's smiling. Are you holding it there?
I'm holding it there.
Voldron, Johnny, it's you.
Does Voldron have a pipe?
A pipe?
Does he smoke? Does he smoke?
Let's have a look. What does Voldron have? There is no pipe in Voldron's inventory.
No, he's
that
not.
That doesn't mean he doesn't smoke. It just means he has no pipe. If he wants to smoke, that's up to you. But he doesn't have a pipe in his inventory.
He's gonna put his bow on his shoulder, draw a sword, and approach the spiderweb with the torch, and pick up the torch out of the ground, and then approach one of the spiderwebs.
Okay.
Just at the rear of the team, if there's one near the rear of the team, and just shine it in there, see if you can see anything in there.
Okay, just give me a second.
I might offer Voldron my pipe. I think I might have one.
Well,
like
I'm gonna make a movement on Voldron's behalf based on what he just described, which is going to give him this for you. If you want to give him a pipe, that's fine. You can, if you have one, you can do that. That's fine. So, Johnny, you now see this as you move closer. The spider webs are sort of southeast of your position. You haven't quite got there yet, but you can start heading towards them with a torch. That's fine.
And a sword drawn,
Okay.
Just having a bit of a look-see.
Okay, and then it's Tabitha.
Yeah.
Where am I? I'm still on that building.
Yeah. Building.
Is there more buildings?
Would I be able to recognise, the kind of creature that made a web like this? Bearing in mind that, I've lived in the Underdark where there's spiders.
Sure. I'm gonna make a nature check for you, Johnny.
Cheers.
I'm gonna make a nature check for you. It's a 4. It's probably a big spider.
There's spiders here. By the looks of things, I think it's going to be a
good
spider.
Yeah, well deduced. Bolton says to himself.
The thing is, even if you'd have rolled really high, I'd have still said it's a big spider.
Big spider.
But maybe I'd give you more.
1, 2, 3.
But yeah, so Tabitha, what are you doing, Tabitha?
Is anyone at home? It's all about the kills, guys. It's all about the kills.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm
in the room behind them, but you're already
keeping track of the kills, Johnny. It must have a reason. I must be doing that for a reason.
How am I doing for kills at the moment? Am I doing okay?
Ooh, you're on. I'll be honest. I started keeping track, but I kind of lost track.
Okay. We'll have to climb down.
By the curtain.
You can stay in the roof. From the roof if you want.
And I know I'm not too far away.
You've got a long range on your spell.
Love watching overthinking. Oh, sorry, I'm still voice activated. Sorry, Tabitha, what are you doing?
Have I finished searching that building?
Yeah, you have. Yeah, you've finished searching. Oh no, did I tell you what coin you found? Oh, you AFK.
Yeah.
I told you.
You told me about my overflowing sack.
Yeah, that sounds like me. Okay. Yeah, so you've got that much coin. Quite a lot of coin. So what would you like to do this turn?
I'm gonna climb down.
Okay, you're climbing down off the roof. Okay, give me a athletics or acrobatics roll at advantage for where you are now. It's fairly simple.
Oh, right, okay, so...
Don't use a rope slide or anything weird like that.
Yeah, don't unnecessarily zip line off the roof, Johnny.
So...
Don't drown in the river, Johnny. Don't give yourself gills, Johnny.
That was an epic fail.
I know.
Honestly,
Johnny, your characters have all been full of epic fails. But every single one of them is a story worth telling. So I tip my hat to you. Yeah, you clamber down, piece of piss, 15 feet of movement to get to the bottom of the building you're currently on.
So you've still got 3. You can
Head towards the wheel. Yeah.
Okay. So, right. So if you come down there, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah.
And then get Pat to follow you.
That'll come too. It's flying, remember? He's back.
Pat can pretty much go wherever he wants, can't he? So.
I'm not just stick with that for now.
Cool. Darwin, what are you up to?
A minute.
Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's me, just running down to there.
Okay, let me just check what you see. Yeah, you as you run past this gap in the trees here, you also see a few children, a fawn, a young tabaxi, a young drow, a young turtle. It looks alarmingly like you when you were about 7 or 8 years old. Anything else, Darwin?
No, that's me.
Ducal.
Children. When we come down. Where are the children? Where are the children?
Yeah, over here. You see where I am? And you're down here because I can see you. So up north here. It's almost like something's drawing us to that circle and square building together.
I don't know what you mean by drawing. I mean, you've got full autonomy. You go where you want. I have no control over what you do. I mean,
Never got a fucking boat. Kept going.
I guess there's Luna any way to get down. Is it past them?
Halloween costume.
Where are you? Sorry, just a moment. Let me see where you are. You are okay. So you're here. What are you asking, Ed? What are you after?
Is it like are we looking down on the kids or?
Yeah, I mean it does go down a little bit, but it's not particularly steep. It's not like a cliff. It may be over 20 feet. There's maybe like a 5-foot drop. So there's a definite drop into that area that they are, but it doesn't look particularly treacherous.
You should definitely be suspicious now, by the way.
Oh, by the way, they're not just suspiciously the same species as you guys. They're cosplaying as you guys.
Weird.
So, like, the Voldrun child has a fucking cardboard bow. The fake Darwin has like a little pot of glitter that he's throwing up in the air and pretending to be spores. The fake Uther has a little suit of chainmail armor that's actually just probably noodles that have been painted silver.
That's him. That's fine.
Very creative.
Send that today.
And the fake Moxie is a better dancer than you are.
That's not on
Right. I think what I'll do then is I'm going to go down with the rest of the guys and stick together. Seems like a good idea. Yeah. Gonna move there, wait for everyone else. How you doing, Dave?
Okay, after Dukal, it's Uther.
Dave, what's the range on a thrown weapon attack, please?
I think it's 30-60. So 30 is normal, anything over 30 is disadvantage, up to 60 and then it is no longer applicable at all.
Okay, I'd like to, if I can, draw another flask of oil, chuck it into the spider's web 30 feet, which is where I'm measuring to now.
Cool.
I'd like to give Voldron a knowing look, eyeing up his torch.
I'm going to give him a nod.
Give me a. You're not proficient in this, so give me a D20 plus your Dex modifier, please.
Huh?
10. Is that including your Dex? Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Huh?
Yeah. So you see the web instantly ignites, and you can hear hissing and the sound of footsteps retreating. You don't see anything, but you think you may have scared something off.
Okay.
Good.
That's my go, Dave.
Cool. Moxie, what are you doing?
Urge for fire.
Yeah, your mic's like 10 foot away again. It's in Spain.
I don't know what it's doing. I'm gonna follow these guys down.
Are you having a seizure? Are you okay?
Run. I just had an itch.
Okay. Move yourself to where you want to be.
Okay. And Fergus is coming.
Yeah. Fergus always moves with you, so put him where you want him to be. Woo, are you with us, Hayden?
Oh.
I see you are, so I tip my hat to you, Hayden. You've done well tonight. I also will point out that the shirt you're wearing is very tight on your biceps.
Deliberately so.
Hey, I'm not taking the piss. I'm not mocking anyone. I'm just pointing it out. You know. But yeah, it's you.
I am. Not to get tight sleeves on it.
I mean, I'll be honest. I've put on a lot of weight over the last year, and when I wear medium clothing these days, I look buff. But I'm not. I'm fat. But I'm not saying you're fat, Hayden. I'm just saying when I wear medium clothes now, I look buff. And it's really annoying.
Tops.
What are you doing, Hayden?
Yes.
Right, I was laughing at you lot. I'm going to stealth.
Okay. My notes currently say something about a spell wank. I don't know what that means. Anyway, carry on.
I cast spell wank. Hang on, isn't that Mage Hand?
Yeah, pretty much. What are you up to, Woo? What are you doing with your magey, your stealthy stuff? What are you doing? Tell me what you're doing. Show me where you're going.
I'm going to creep through webs and try to get past them.
Okay, so you want to move what, northeast-ish? Okay, you can
go around for the green.
Yeah, you can move northeast-ish if you want to do that, but it'll be half your normal movement. It's very dense. It's very dense woodland and scrub and bushes and things like that. But as you push through it, you realise it's giving way to you. It's letting you move. It's backing off.
Oh, okay. I will
Luring.
stride round. There, I guess.
Cool.
Round here is not straight.
It's getting time.
We're at what time? Okay. Voldron, I'm going to give you your latest map, Voldron. Where's Voldron? Here he is. Oh god, what's happened here? I'm stuck in zoom mode. Here we go. Where's your fucking messenger? There you go. So Voldron, that's you.
Cool. If there's another spider web nearby, then I'm going to throw a torch into it that hasn't been flamed.
There is still more spider webs sort of southeast of your position. Yeah, you can throw a torch at that if you want.
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Okay.
Clear the road. Thank you. Very good, Dave. Well done. You've been on it tonight. I'm impressed with you.
Oof, that was a bit of a... I mean, you said that, and then I rolled a 5. So, you accidentally ignite the bushes. It's probably not the best throw you've ever had.
I'll just shrug.
Just crack on. This is how the Canadian wildfires start.
Scorched it.
Okay, so that's you. Woo, you went into the bush. And then it's Tabitha's turn, I think. Yeah, Tabitha's turn. What are you up to, Tabitha?
You run down. Here you are.
Okay.
See all these up here to the north. Oh, fuck are those emerald spiders?
Oh wow. Yeah, I'm gonna go.
So I think, do we have to progress this way, Dave?
You don't have to do anything you want. You can do whatever you think you want to do. You can tell me what you want to try and do, and I'll tell you what happens.
I want to go check the children.
Okay.
Me and Cat Bat Rat.
Cat Bat Rat. So, there's a path here. Do you want to follow it?
Sure.
There is Woo down here, so.
Okay,
yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can we go any faster?
Sure.
How much faster? Because you could dash and then you could cat sprint.
Oh, can I get me that quicker on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, do that.
Right, so dash and cat sprint, and so that's a total of 24. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 18 to there.
Cool.
Okay.
Oh, it's Decal up there. Oh, it's young Decal. Do you want to go any further than that? You're right here next to young Darwin. You want to meet young Tabitha?
Sure.
So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll get Pat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we'll dash Pat up next to you as well.
Thanks.
Okay.
So Tabitha's in amongst the kids. I mean, I'm not sort of person that easily throws around the nonce brand. Okay. So Tabitha moves in amongst the kids, and as you do, so it's Darwin next. As you do,
is that on my...
There is a child that turns and watches you, and she looks up at you, and you can't help but realise that this child is the spitting image of you, Tabitha, as a young child of 7 or 8 years old. And she looks at you, and she has this look of wonder in her eyes, and she says, "I've never believed it was really true, but you're here." And then from one side steps a young fawn girl, but she doesn't. She has the similar hair colour to Moxie and the little horns, but her knees bend backwards for some reason. Her knees bend the wrong way, and she reaches into her belly and pulls a book out of her belly, which is weird, and you've never seen Moxie do this. And she flicks through the pages and say, "Well, the moon is in the right place. Sorry." And then there is another child that turns up who has human features, and his hair is quite long, and he just turns up and says, "I mean, we knew this was going to happen. Why is everyone surprised?" Anything else, Tabitha?
Can't do anything, can I?
No,
You can talk. You can talk. You can interact with these people if you want. I'm playing a little bit, you know.
Well, I'm going to say hello to the children. I'm going to introduce Pat the Rat Bat.
As you introduce Pat the Rat, the young Tabaxi that's standing next to you squats down, and she holds her arm out and she says, "Hi, Pat," and a tear rolls down her cheek. And Pat runs up her arm and she says, "It's been so long since I saw you." And Pat nuzzles into her neck. Anything else?
No, I think Tabitha's just going to take a minute to take it all in.
Cool. If you'd like, you can give me an intelligence check.
Sure. Bear with me.
It's alright. Take your time.
Intelligence.
Yeah, that's an intelligence save. So.
Oh, sorry.
That's alright, that would be...
I think it's the same, isn't it?
It'd be 18.
Yeah, 18 is good enough.
It's the wrong button on my phone.
There is this moment, Tabitha, where you see these children, you see this child that looks just like you as a kid, and it recognises Pat the Rat. You didn't have Pat the Rat as a childhood companion. Pat came to you later in life as an adult when you fell into service with the Queen of the Feywild, with Queen Titania. But you're certain that this child is you, and you're certain that this child recognises Pat the Rat. And as you look around, you see these other kids. There is a fawn, there are 2 humans, there is a turtle, there is a drow, there is a hoblin. You've never even fucking heard of a hoblin before. You never even met one before. And now there's one travelling with you, and there's a child version of one standing over there that looks like the fucking one you're travelling with, but younger. And you start to realise this isn't an illusion. This isn't make-believe. This is something else. This is something that you can't wrap your head around.
Okay.
Darwin, it's you.
Yeah. Is all of this too thick to move through?
No, you can move through it. It just slows your movement a bit.
Okay. Can I dash through it?
Sure. It halves your movement. So, it halves your movement and your dash if that's what you want to do.
5, 6.
Okay, so we're back at the top of the round. Darwin, anything else from you?
Well, yeah, I'll greet my young self. Hello.
Okay. So, okay. All right. Okay, so you greet your young self, and as you begin to say the words "hello," he turns and looks straight at you, and he raises a hand and also says "hello," but his voice is like an octave or so higher. He's clearly younger than you.
Offer him some of my assorted cheese selection.
He reaches into his bag and offers you an assorted cheese selection in return.
Okay. It's like that, is it? We're going to offer him 100 gold.
He offers you 100 gold and 5 copper.
Oh, wait, I did the gold. Added the Tabitha's gold onto me.
Oh, please.
Hello, rubbish.
Thieves.
Let us know how much Tabitha found, and I'll take it off me and put it on her. 700 copper, 90 gold. I can't remember how much silver it was.
It was just a second.
120.
Just a second. It's right here. It was 700 copper, 160 silver, 90 gold. Okay, so at this moment, as you step amongst them, Darwin, you realise that this guy is mirroring you. Dukal, what are you doing? What are you doing right now, Dukal?
You say it's half movement to move through.
Yeah, but you can also use your action to dash if you wish.
Yeah, I'll basically through it. I'll go through with everyone else. Zoom in a bit, see.
Okay. Uther, what are you doing?
I'm going to continue to investigate this spider's den. Oh, just give 1 sec. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Move to here, Dave.
Cool. Moxie, what are you doing?
What's everyone doing?
Okay, so you've all seen at this point there is this group of children that look remarkably like you.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I was trying to see where it was.
Most of them are moving through there, but Uther and Wu are moving east. Or rather, Uther is, Wu was. I don't know what Wu's going to do next, obviously. But.
Ooh. I don't know. Might go down and see my young self.
Entirely up to you.
Yeah.
Do whatever you wish to do.
I can move anywhere, yeah?
You can move within the realms of your movement. If you move through that hedge, it's half movement.
Alright. We'll stand there and I'll wave. Hello, young fancy pants! Those some strange knees you have,
So at that point, we'll go back to Wu.
I go carry on stealthily through this bush. Not too interested in being a weird little version of myself. Go away, little Wu. You distract me from my main goal.
Voldron, what are you doing?
I'm going to. Have I got a cheap sword or something like that?
I don't know.
I think I've got a crossbow with a small. I might have a hand crossbow.
You've got a light crossbow, yeah.
I've got a light crossbow. I'm just going to reach into my pack, pull out this light crossbow, and if you're going to play, do it properly. And give it to my younger self.
Okay. Cool. Excuse me. Tabitha, what are you doing?
I'm gonna talk to my younger self, and I'm gonna ask her if she can tell me what she knows about the situation.
She's very young, very young. She looks like you when you were about 7 or 8, and she says, "Honestly, I don't really know. I just got brought here quite recently, and I just turned up and looked around, and her fangs are oversized. You know, her teeth have grown before her body's grown to fit her." She says, I just came here because the old man brought us here, and he said that one day we'd meet our future selves, and it would be great. And you're here now, and oh my god, it's incredible! I am so pleased to meet you all. And she just starts staring at you all with massive fangirl eyes.
Oh god, you are mental. I'm not going to move because I need to recoup what I did when I did my sprint. I'm going to send Pat for a little look about, I think.
Cool. Yeah. Move Pat as much as you want. You've got control of him. And while that's happening, if that's the end of your turn, then Darwin, you can do what you want.
Darling, your turn. I just need you to move Pat around for me to have a little look about.
Where's Pat going?
I don't know. Just to survey the area. Yeah. Flying, isn't he?
Oh yeah. Is he flying into the building?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he can telepathically communicate with me, can't he?
He can, yeah.
Oh, he's going somehow through some kind of crack, is that right?
Probably.
So
I am aware it's 11 o'clock, by the way, guys. So just bear with me a moment.
Put Pat up here. Sneaky Pat. So I asked my younger self, where is the old man?
You're asking your younger self, where is the old man?
Yeah, after I overheard Tabitha's conversation with her young self.
Okay. And he smiles at you, Darwin, and he says, he's just he's just you're like, oh, you're like, your shell is like so shiny, and he points north towards this cottage attached to this tower about here. He says, he's just in there. And as he says that, the door opens and an old man walks out, and he shuffles out. He's wearing very thick, heavy robes with a hood of dark grey fabric, and he carries a staff, and he comes shuffling forward with the movement pace of a glacier, and he has this thick white beard, and he looks over all of you, except of course for Wu, Uther and Voldron, who are fucking well out of the way, and he says, welcome. I've been waiting for you for so very long. We have so very much to talk about. It's preposterous, really. The stories I could tell you. Please, come. I have beer, I have tea, I have wine, and he points at Moxie and says, I even have mushroom tea. I expected you all. Please, come. We need to move quick. And then he turns back and heads back inside his cottage.
Okay.
Definitely a trap.
Let's go. He says he's got beer though.
He's got the psychedelics.
Let's go. What's the worst that could happen?
So, with that being said, with it being 11 o'clock, I'm going to go around each of you, and I'm going to say, Dukal, what are you doing?
I'm just going to head into the thing. Yeah, why not? What could possibly go wrong?
Okay. Uther?
Say, have I seen any of this? Have I heard any of this? Because obviously I'm away from them lot.
No, you haven't heard that particular exchange. So what are you doing?
I'll follow Wu. I'll move up this way.
Moxie?
I'm gonna head into a shack, obviously. He's offering me the good stuff. I
would expect no less from my wife. Wu, what about you?
Wu's gonna take a nap.
Oh, he was doing so well. He was there until just 2 minutes ago. Hayden! Wait.
Let him sleep, man.
I don't mind him sleeping. I just want him to experience what might happen next. So after Moxie, it's Wu. Voldron, what are you doing?
Dave, I need to get off soon, mate.
Yeah, I mean, I'm literally ending it right now. I just want to know what everyone's doing for next session.
Huh?
So Voldron, you don't know that exchange has taken place with the old man and the children. Uther and Wu have headed off east. What are you doing?
Okay. I'm gonna have a seat. I'm gonna have to get something out and eat.
Okay. After Voldron, it would be Tabitha.
Yes, I'm going to go in too.
Okay. Okay, and then it's back to Darwin.
Yeah, following them in, but I'm checking out, like, I'm trying to perceive any hint of what happened before with the kind of flickering through reality kind of vibe.
Cool. All right.
You say I was communicating with Cutler.
Okay, so yeah, that's how we'll end it then. I do realise the time. I'm not trying to fucking drive you on until the small hours. So some of you are heading off with this old man. Some of you are heading elsewhere. But I mean, who's made the right decision? Maybe you're all fucking idiots. Maybe the right path was 3 sessions ago. Maybe Lady Roth is a massive murdering psychopathic bitch. Maybe you'll never know. Maybe you'll find out next time on Dungeons and Dragons, and we'll leave it there.
Thanks, Dave.
Awesome.
Good game.
Thanks, Dave.
Cheers, Dave.
Thank you, Dave.
No worries.